Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time once again for another Pirates of the Geek Vortex with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to put on my hat. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, so yes, we are doing another game night, but it's a little bit different than usual because we are going to be doing a quiz that Kayden has come up with for us. So, let's go ahead and jump into the voice chat here and see what all is going. Hello.
Hello.
There we go. All right. So how has everybody been?
Decent, I guess.
That's better than usual, I guess.
It was a productive day at work.
Well, that's good.
And then we just came off a round of wanting to scream at people, but not, because we decided to play 14 and do a raid together, and we did not get good teammates.
Oh, God. The DPS guy who joined us was okay. Our tank was like, there's a reason people don't like Dark Knights, and you are one of those reasons.
It's bad enough that you decided to pull every enemy within a 3-mile radius all at once, but then you pull the crowd that I have to help keep off your ass into a ring of AoE explosives, and then you still have the gall to act like, well, why did we die?
And my thoughts are basically, it's bad enough to be a very, very, very overly ambitious tank. It's worse when you can't back it up because you're squishy.
Okay.
I mean, I was like just sitting there thinking, I was like, okay, so thank God Brass is playing a healer, and also double thank God that I have an emergency oh shit heal button.
We still wiped twice. Both times to trash.
And then, right as we get to the ending boss, like right as he falls, I die. So I'm like,
I'm trying to keep you up, but our tank is just taking so much damage because he doesn't know how to handle the boss. And then he doesn't know how to taunt properly. In fact, I'm not sure he was taunting.
I'm not even sure he had grit on, so...
He had grit on, I checked.
Oh, that's even better.
Right?
So basically, what me and a few players of 14 have come up with is the first rule of dungeoning is stay out of the orange circle.
This is generally true. We also say stay out of the fire, stay out of the bad. This carries over to WoW and SOTOR as well.
See, last time I did any raid dungeons in WoW was I confused people because I was playing as a warrior, but I had a gun, and I would use the gun to pull people out towards us, and they're like, "Oh, but you're not using your full potential. You're not rushing in. You should be rushing in." It's like, no, if I rush in, I'm gonna trip every single person in that room. By doing it this way, we get them a few at a time and keep it manageable.
And this was back when warriors could have guns. Now it's not really a thing for you anymore. Not in retail anyway. You can still do it in classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just like, you're not using it correctly. I'm like, okay, you're a warrior as well. You go ahead and try. You take the lead on this next room. And he rushes in. Everybody's trying to keep up, and sure enough, he just gets plastered. It's like, yeah, see, that's why you don't just rush in.
Because we want to survive.
It helps your rage, but your rage doesn't help when you're dead.
It's like when many warriors, the squishy warriors, were saying, "Don't shield me," and it's like, but you're dying too fast for me not to. I don't want to because it's an aggro magnet, but you're not giving me a choice here because you can't stance dance.
That is why I chose Monk. Is not only do I like DPS and being up close and personal, but also because of that emergency heal, I take a little bit of the pressure off the healer.
That's why I shield myself as a Shadow Priest over in WoW, so I'm taking less damage because, oh hey, mitigation.
Okay, so Kayden, you've got a a quiz for from what it sounded like, several questions for us.
Several. Try, what's the last count? I believe we were up to 79.
All right, that'll give us a good start.
Yeah. Oh no, we are actually up to 80.
Ooh. Okay, so I think I'm in the room, the game room for
Yes. I have definitely. I see you and Wrestling. We did a shakedown test of the buzz, so I can't hear a buzzer, even though it's supposed to have one, but I can see it. What I want to do.
Well, I was gonna say there is a little thing on mine that says sound that has a checkbox.
Yeah, I was going through the settings, and it definitely said play a sound for me, the first buzz, and play sounds for you. So what I'm wondering is, if we have more than one player...
There we go.
Yeah, see, I still didn't hear anything. So, Ollamh, go ahead and hit your buzzer real quick. Awesome.
See,
so...
I heard a sound.
Yeah, and then we have two players, and it actually lists it in order of who buzzed when.
Yeah.
So that way, even if I can't hear it, when I look up, I'll be like, oh, okay, they buzzed first. That's who gets the first chance.
Yeah. Because you're also going to be reading the questions and stuff.
Exactly, and I'm keeping score on my other hand. So I was thinking that, we have the three of you when Gamers gets here, and I was like, well, this is kind of not fun for me because I do get the questions, but I don't get to score. But then I realized I can give myself points every time I stump all of you.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. But it's specifically when all of you are stumped. So I'm not going to be like, okay, well, Ollamh got that question correct, but then I'm going to get 2 points because Ras and Gamers didn't. That's just cheap.
Yeah.
We're going to keep everything fair. And like I said, I tried to get a good rounding of everybody's interests. Oh, it should be interesting. I've had months to go around and do these, and I didn't even bother with the straight questions. I tried to make them fun. It's kind of like Jeopardy questions.
But we don't have to, answer in the form of a question.
You can if you want to make it difficult on yourself.
No, that's okay. I think we'll be all right.
Speaking of, has anybody heard from Gamers?
I have not heard anything recently, no.
Just over Discord as usual.
All right, well, maybe we should check in.
So yeah, I mean, given one of the questions that where you were like, oh well, I'm not gonna mention something because it's one of the questions. It's like, okay, but then I'm just like, oh well, there's this fact. Like, oh, well, shit. It's like. I do have an inordinate amount of random, bizarre factoids rattling around in my head.
So I was thinking about letting other people join, but again, that runs into our problem of that probably requires voice. Unless we have one of the others constantly watching chat.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it would still be, they would still technically buzz in. So
it would be buzzed, and they are in the Discord. So as long as the live stream chat pops, we could do that. So I'll leave that up to you.
Hey, you're the game master here. Don't look at me. This is your show.
Well, that would finally split things up. So once Gamers gets here, we'd have 4, and you'd have teams if you want to do that.
I don't think we need to worry about teams, honestly. It's...
Yeah, I kind of like the free-for-all just to see who knows what.
I'd agree there.
So, yeah, I mean... Huh?
No, I was trying to write something. I was like, my pen's dying. It's not going to be good if my pen dies and I'm trying to keep score.
That's true.
But that's why I have an alternate score system. I have poker chips. So if it comes down to it, I'll start with that.
Okay. Or, before we start, go and get a new pen.
I could, but I have thousands of pens and I never know which one works. You know me, I have redundancy systems.
Yeah, but they're not really redundancy systems if they're all at the same level. Like if something is failing and you go to a redundant system and that system is failing, it's not really a redundant system.
Well, technically it is because it's a redundant redundancy.
See, Sass has it right. Grab a pile and test them while you're waiting. Yeah.
Well, that one's useless.
I'm just surprised we're not hearing them just like hit the wall as you try. I'm just like scribble. Nope. Nope. Clack.
Well, see, unbeknownst to you, there's actually already a huge pile, and they're just hitting the pile.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I had a huge Oh, there it is. It's like I had a huge canister full of pens around here somewhere.
See, that's why I go with the clear ones. The ones where you can actually, like, see the level of ink.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't go with clear canisters to keep anything in my room because things tend to walk off. That one's not just dead. Feels like there's something on the tip. There's another one dead.
Do you have any pens that actually write?
I should. I stole a bunch from work when I left.
I mean, at this point, you're going to be pricking your finger and writing in blood.
I've done that. Huh. It actually did have something on the tip. Apparently, they put a seal on it so it didn't dry out. Alright, that one works fine.
To say, sounds like that should be like a brand new pen then.
Alright, so. Alright, Gamers is on his way.
I have a feeling it's going to be very obvious who some of these questions are aimed at.
Some of them, yes. Some of them are just general.
It's like I can see it now. We're just going to be sitting here. Okay, that one's definitely for Ras.
I'll give you a hint. 2 and 3 are definitely geared more towards you.
Okay. I didn't know they were numbered.
Of course they're numbered. How else would I know how many questions I have?
Okay, so of course all I can see is my buzzer.
Yeah, same here. I can just see buzzer and...
Yeah, because buzz in is literally just a buzzer.
That works.
Yeah. So the actual questions I just have on my phone.
That says timer of 10 seconds.
I said 60.
Mine's saying timer of 10.
Yeah, mine says 10 also.
Let's see here.
I don't know if that's how much time we have from the first time somebody buzzes until it resets.
No, I think it's no, that's the time in the round.
Well, I mean, is there anything on it that says when we can buzz in?
No, because you can buzz even without it. So what? That's what I'm saying. The settings are very vague, and half of them are locked behind premium. So yeah, I've got show buzz list on player devices, show timer. And then allow gameplay, one buzz only.
I don't know what. Yeah, that's.
Oh, I guess it's like, so if you buzz in, you can only buzz in once. You can't just like keep buzzing.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's like, wait, why would you count multiple buzz? Huh?
Well, let's see. There are premium features including showing teams, showing points. Why would those be premium? Allowing players to join teams on their own. Early buzz penalty. I guess that's what it is. It's like, so if you like if before the timer starts, if you were to buzz in, it would like take points or something.
Yeah. That's
set penalty time currently 3,000 milliseconds. So if you buzz in early, it actually gives you less time to answer.
3 seconds less.
But that, yeah, that's okay.
It's like, all right, you got here first, but can you handle it? You know what? Let's try this. If I start the timer.
Okay, so now it starts
There we
down
go.
from 60 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, and that's exactly how I was going to use it. I was going to go ahead and we're going to set that timer to 60. And I was actually going to do it. We'll start the timer after I start the question, so you guys got 60 seconds to come up with an answer.
Okay.
All right, cool. We got gamers too?
Yes, I am here.
All right. So we all ready?
I think so. Or is Gamers also in the buzz-in?
He is not in the buzz-in yet.
Well, he should probably be in the buzz-in before we start the
Well,
quiz.
that would be nice.
Ready? He has to be mentally ready first.
Oh, I'm never mentally ready.
Well, yeah, but if everybody says, yeah, we're ready, and you say, okay, let's start, but Gamers isn't able to buzz in, it kind of defeats the purpose of waiting for him.
What if I just go, does that work?
No. No, we were just using the buzzing because that way it's easier for me, so I can actually like visually see which one of you answered, like said, hey, I have the answer first.
Yeah, kind of like, Wheel of Fortune or whatever. Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to catch you up, we are doing individual scores. There are no teams. And just to
That's
keep
fine.
it fair, if I manage to stump all three of you on a question, then I'll get a point. So that way,
So in other words, Kayden's gonna win tonight.
not necessarily. Not until we get down to the nitty gritty.
Because he has to stump each and every one of us, not like, oh, well,
No.
I stumped two people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
No,
doing
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, if the live stream chat wants to play, I'll go ahead and I can just add like a live stream score score, and we'll just see who answers those. Because I like it when we have inclusivity for everybody.
I've sent out links to the live stream to a bunch of friends and on my Facebook, so hopefully we'll have some viewers.
Yeah, me and Ras
Can,
were got links while we were waiting.
Yep, spamming the world.
There you go.
Oh, we should come up with a website that actually allows us to tap to the global network so that we can.
Also send it to. I'm gonna also send it to Stu's Discord as well. We'll get some of his viewers in here possibly.
Okay. So yeah, once Gamers is in the buzz-in, we should be good.
Yep.
Do I have to log into something? I don't understand. What am I doing?
The link is in the Pirates channel.
Oh shit! You could have told me that. I thought you had to do something on your end.
I figured you would, you were looking through that.
Yeah, we figured you've been interacting with us, so you should have been caught up.
It's in the Pirates chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I got it.
Just click the link and then put in the game code, just like Jackbox.
And and your nickname. Or...
Yeah, see, I don't have to do that because I'm the host, so it just says host.
Yes, but you didn't think that the website just automatically knew who me and Ras were, did you?
I don't know.
Actually, it did suggest my name as I went in, implying I'd been there before.
I was about to say, maybe it's spying on you. You don't know.
Say, I know, because no, it didn't do anything for me. It's like, we don't know who the hell you are.
I think I would be more concerned if it did pop up with your names.
I'm in.
All right. So, like we said, 60-second timer after the questions start. Are we all ready?
60 second? Because the timer on mine says timer 10 second.
Yeah, it'll change once he starts it. Yeah, once
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, and now we can reset it back to 60. Gentlemen, are we all ready?
I think so.
Ready?
I think so.
All right. So, question number 1. We'll start off easy. What creature can be found on the planet LV-426? You have 60 seconds.
I don't even know what?
Xenomorphs.
What planet?
Oh, look.
Oh.
Ollamh got it.
I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a second, is he trying to be like, is that, I'm trying to figure, I'm like, wait, is this from like, Prometheus or something? It's like,
I couldn't remember the name of the planet from
I absolutely hate Prometheus, so yeah, no, it was always original Alien all the way. Okay, a little harder. And like I said, so you were saying about these, we'll see if we can tell who the questions are leaning towards, Ollamh. These next two are probably leaning more towards you.
Okay. Hang on. Buzz-in hasn't reset for me. It's still saying that I'm buzzed.
Oh yeah, I gotta clear the buzzers. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, question number 2. Pantone 2955C is the signature color of what high-tech and highly recognizable vehicle?
Right, I'm just going to go ahead and guess this one. I'm going to guess the TARDIS.
Congratulations, that's 2 for you.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of, what the hell color is Pantone? It's like...
I honestly would think it was a pink or fleshish color.
I'm just happy that somebody actually guessed it. Everyone else is like, well, it's Pantone, so it's a color, but like 2 is a blue. And I was like, you're getting there. And they're like, I don't know any blue vehicles. It's like, how do you not know any blue vehicles?
If I'd known 2 was blue, or if I could think that, I might have guessed TARDIS, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, question number 3.
Clear the
Speak-
buzzers.
Yes, clear the buzzers. I'm going to get into that habit because I got to reset the timer, clear the buzzers. But speaking of the TARDIS, we all know its chameleon circuit is allegedly broken beyond all repair, but there are 2 very distinctive sounds associated with it. One is the beloved grinding, the other is a warning of danger. What causes each of these noises? Oh, looks like Raz has it.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I buzzed in. Is it the cloister bell?
One of them
Yeah.
is the cloister bell.
Okay,
Do you know the other?
I do not.
All right, so we'll put down a half. We'll see if anybody else can answer the other half of the question. And I'll give you the full 60 because I'm being nice.
It's just I had buzzed in, then you reset them.
It never even listed it. Just said, right.
It listed,
on me-
no,
on
it
me
listed
it-
Ollamh. It
Yeah.
listed him.
It
Okay.
listed me, then it listed all of, and then I forgot to hit push to talk on mine.
It's Ollamh.
He had the parking brakes on.
Yes, it was the landing brakes. Now I'll leave it to you two to decide. Do you want to split that point?
I mean, Ras had one of the answers, so I'd just go ahead and give him the point.
All right.
I mean, I was just having Adric in my head screaming, "The cloister bell!"
Okay. Timer's reset. Buzzers are cleared. All right, now we're moving away from this is leaning towards, because now I want to see your music knowledge.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Here's where I embarrass myself
well,
as a DJ.
I'm screwed. I'm screwed.
So this one is a specific song, because I want to know if you know the lyrics. In addition to the namesake short skirt, long jacket in this classic song by Cake, what other qualities is the man looking for in his dream girl? If you know any of them, go ahead and shout them out.
Damn it, I'm trying to recall the whole damn song.
Oh man. Yeah, that's.
I just know it as it plays at the end credits of Daria. So now the qualities are showing up to mind. It's just pictures of the cast members.
Well, yeah, 30 seconds, and you can skip if you want.
I haven't heard that song in fucking forever.
I've heard it recently, so this is extra humiliating for me. It's not a song I like. It's just,
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that is a point for me. Acceptable answers include fingernails that shine like justice, a voice that is dark like tinted glass, fast, thorough, sharp as a tack, uses a machete to cut through red tape, changing her name from Kitty to Karen, and trading her MG for a white Chrysler LeBaron.
Okay. Yeah.
This was like shout him out.
What were they?
What was at least one of them?
What was Cake on when they wrote that? Who knows?
A lot of cocaine.
What were they on when they wrote any of their songs?
Just
It was the 90s. Cocaine had phased out by this point. I'm just assuming straight up meth.
Okay, so maybe you can redeem yourself with this one, Ras.
Oh boy.
It is still musical trivia, but this time I just want a general fact about a band.
Okay.
Although their hit song, Cotton Eye Joe, and their band name would establish them as definitively Southern, what country do the band Rednecks actually hail from?
am not going to redeem myself.
Looks like Ollamh knows.
I remember the music video, and I'm not going to redeem myself.
Isn't it Norway?
Close.
No, it's somewhere in the Scandinavian area.
Take another guess. I'll give you one more.
Next one I'd go with is Sweden.
It is Sweden.
I knew it was one of the was in that very tight knit area. It's like, and it was something that actually somebody had just like popped up on Twitter like yesterday.
And yes, I was going to use the classic ABBA didn't speak English, so they had no idea what the hell they were singing. But I looked that up. Turns out they did speak English the entire time. All right, we're moving away from music. But this one is still kind of in Rass's wheelhouse because it's all gothy and shit.
I'm going to lose so much cred tonight, but go on.
We all know that there is a murder of crows, a committee of vultures, a chattering of starlings, and a fluffle of buns. But what do you call a group of ravens? There are 4 terms. I will accept any of them. Okay, looks like Raz has one.
Clutch.
Not one of the terms.
Damn it.
All right, 44 seconds left on the timer.
Yep. I'll go ahead and risk one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. Coven.
Also not one.
Better guess than mine, though.
Okay, looks like we have a live stream. Go ahead, throw out your answer. A conspiracy is, in fact, a term for a group of crows. So that's one for Sass. Other terms include an unkindness, a treachery, and a rave.
I feel like I should have remembered an unkindness, but
I feel like you should remember to rave. Then again, goth and ravers don't really overconnect.
there's a goth song called Kill a Raver, so...
Yeah. Okay, keep that goth mindset. Excluding Nero, Wednesday's pet scorpion, can you name at least 3 pets of the Addams family?
All my cred gone!
No, I cannot.
Gamers, you got any guesses?
I just know that one of them is Thing, but I don't know if he's considered a pet.
He's actually part of the family.
Yeah, then I haven't watched the Addams Family since I was a kid. I don't really like the recent live action movies and all that shit. I prefer the original, but I haven't watched it in I haven't watched it in forever. So I don't remember.
All right. Wait, is that actually only the second time I've stumped you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, choices include Tristan and Isolde, Morticia and Gomez's piranhas, Lucifer, Wednesday's lizard, Homer, a tarantula that is unclear whether it belongs to Wednesday or Pugsley, Kitty Cat, Morticia's lion, Zelda, Morticia's vulture, Muerto, Fester's vulture, and Aristotle, Pugsley's octopus.
Yeah, I didn't remember any of
those. You
those.
just yelled out any name and you probably would have gotten one. Okay, enough with the cheap shots. So, can you tell me what movie, released by Universal Pictures in 1935, boasts the honor of being the first mainstream picture to feature a werewolf? Okay, Rat. Wrestling game.
Well, I'm just.
I said-
Go ahead.
I said the Wolfman and forgot to hold down my control button to
That's.
speak.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too.
It is not the Wolfman.
Well, there we
Oh,
go.
Ollamh, you got a guess?
Ooh. No, I don't have anything.
All right, that's another point from me. The answer is Werewolf of London.
huh.
And speaking of werewolves in London, in Warren Zevon's Werewolves of London, the werewolf is said to be looking for what? And remember, he'll rip your lungs out, Jim. Okay, Ollamh.
Gods. Okay. He's looking for Leo Phillips. He's gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein.
I'll give it to you for the big dish of beef chow mein. It was actually Lefo Hooks.
Okay, well, most of the stuff that you hear there in the song, it's not easy to make out. So unless you're like reading the lyric list, yeah,
you got it close enough.
But technically, he's just looking for a big dish of beef chow mein.
Exactly, which is why I gave it to you. Okay, so according to folklore, Tumblr folklore that is, Jack Be Nimble, Jack of Jack and Jill, Stingy Jack, who tricked and pissed off the devil so many times he was cursed to immortality, wandering the earth as a soul with only a candle and a turnip to guide him after being banned from both heaven and hell, Jack the Giant Killer, Jack Frost, and Jack-o'-lantern, the headless spirit of Halloween, all share what other trait besides their name? It's not as hard as it sounds, I promise you. Ollamh?
I'll go out on a limb here and say that they're all known for specific feats of I suppose you would call agility.
Incorrect. Anybody else have a guess? Wrestling.
They're all impoverished.
Also incorrect.
Ugh.
Gamers, you want to throw a guess out?
I don't know.
So the reason I said it's easier than it sounds, the correct answer is they're all the same person. That is one busy son of a bitch, let me tell you that. Okay. Everything's cleared? Yes. This one might be a little harder for gamers.
Probably.
All about
Eat it on
Canada.
its own? Eat it on its own, eat it fried, and eat it chilled. What popular candy bar marketed until 1990 in the UK as Marathon takes its name from the favorite horse of the Mars family? Okay, Raz.
Snickers.
It is Snickers.
Because somehow I can see naming a horse that because of the sound it makes.
Damn good
They
reasoning.
actually go into why they named it Snickers.
It just makes. If you've ever ridden a horse,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason I would name a horse Snickers. Of course you did, Sass. All right, this is a bit of a fun one. We all get to make fun of ourselves. Well, 3 of us get to make fun of ourselves because we are, unfortunately, part of this great nation. In what state is it illegal to dress as a priest, nun, minister, or any other member of any religion without being part of that religion? Okay, Ras.
it has to be Texas.
It is not, but it is
Oh.
in the same general area.
Okay. I feel better now.
Reese. Okay, we got 52 seconds left on the timer. Ollamh?
I'm going to say Utah.
Not Utah.
I'm kind of surprised by that.
Gamers, you want to throw out a guess?
Arkansas? I don't know. I really don't know.
You are, in fact, the closest of the 3.
I
Oh,
have one guess left, but but you said we only buzz in once, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let's Sass see.
Yeah.
See, Sass says Alabama.
That has it correct. It is Alabama.
Okay, my next guess was going to be Louisiana. All right.
No, I saw that one. I was like, you know what? That is such a Bama thing.
I was going to say, hold off here. We have to give the audience a chance. No taking the easy point.
No, I'm not going to take the easy points. All right. Made Immortal by Bela Lugosi, Klaus Kinski, Richard Roxburgh, Gerard Butler, Christopher Lee, and Gary Oldman all played what famous character? And that would be wrestling first.
Dracula.
It is Dracula.
I was going to say, it's like, come on now. You're starting off with Bela Lugosi. And you
Well,
expect
yeah, I
us
was
not
about to
to-
say. As soon as you said Bela Lugosi, I knew it was Dracula.
Like there's a few other
Made
characters.
Immortal. Everyone should just be like, it's a vampire.
There's a few other characters Bela Lugosi played, and a couple of them might have fit that description. Like, what was it, Doctor Death, Doctor whatever. But
Yeah, but
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah, famous
Right.
famous monster character. Yeah.
Speaking of Count Dracula, Max Schreck is often incorrectly said to have played Dracula. What vampire did the German actor play, and in what movie? Ras,
Count Orlok Nosferatu.
congratulations, you got it correct.
Getting some of my cred back.
Getting some of your cred back. You're tied with me and Kayden.
Actually, he is only tied with me. You are the leader of the pack.
No, I only got 4 right.
Really? I have you down for 5.
No, I only got 4.
Did you still split that one between me and Ollamh? That might be it.
That's how you got 4.
Oh, well.
I mean, if you want me to recorrect, I will recorrect and you will be on 4.
Well, which question are we on? You've got them numbered.
We're on 14. And yeah, that would be 13
Yeah.
points if you weren't up to 5.
No, I've got. Rats has 4. I have 4. You have 4. That's 16, 17. That's 12, 13, 14.
Yeah,
Two
you're right.
for
You're
the
right.
audience.
No, I just found out where I missed off the other scratch. I was mistaking it as a me trying to get my pen to work.
And real
Ah.
quick, can I have a quick moment to take Olive outside?
Yes, you can.
All right, be right back.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't.
I was like, I'm finding it hilarious that you're getting stumped so much and you're still whipping our ass.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta guess.
And the hilarious part is a lot of these guessing is exactly how you probably get it right. How's your doggo doing, Sass? Aw.
See, I was guessing Utah on the religion one because it's like I could see them being like, no, nobody's allowed to dress like us, nobody's allowed to pretend to be us.
Yeah, and that's what I thought too. When I first read the question, I was like, nah, yeah, that's got to be in the Bible Belt. So it's got to be like either Utah or Texas. And they're like, Alabama. I was like, you know what? Thinking of it, I don't know why I didn't say Bama or Arkansas first.
Yeah, the crow one just really got me. That was just like there's so many possibilities there. It's just
Yeah, the Ravens, because it's like, I didn't even know we had a name past conspiracy. And then I was like, wait, why didn't I think of rave? Because that actually makes so much sense. It's a rave of ravens.
I mean, that just sounds lazy to me. It's like, really?
I mean, come on.
Sorry about that. I took her out before we started, but she gets rambunctious.
That's right, there is a landlocked state where it's illegal to fish for whales. I don't remember what it is. All right, we all ready for the next question?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Now that we have mentioned Max Schreck, the villain holding his name in Batman Returns, lovingly played by our dear Christopher Walken, shares another dubious honor with Walken's villain Max Zorin from A View to a Kill. Both ultimately ended up in the hands of our delightfully frightening Chris, but were also originally supposed to be cast by another eccentric performer. Can you name this oddity? Yes, it was a blatant hint, by the way.
I feel like that hint was not as blatant as you think.
Brass?
I'm going out on a limb, but Pee Wee Herman.
No.
You have to admit, that would be an interesting take.
It would be. But
Well,
when you
Pee-wee-
hear performers and you hear oddity,
Paul Rubens was already in Batman Returns, wasn't he? He was.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was Danny DeVito's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
And in Gotham, too.
Yeah.
He was the Penguin's father.
hmm Only because of his role in Batman Returns.
Looks like we got 6 seconds left. Okay. So I'll chalk that one up for me. The actor who was originally cast in both of those roles was a space oddity named David Bowie.
Huh.
Wait, what? Hold on. So David Bowie was originally going to be cast as Max Schreck? Is that what you were trying to say?
And Max Zorin from A View to a Kill. So he was supposed to be both a Batman film and a Bond film.
And he turned it down, or?
I assume he did.
Interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, see,
I think David Bowie would fit into Gotham wonderfully.
Oh yeah, no.
I agree, but I don't think he would be. I don't think he would be good. Would have been good in that role.
Not as Max, no. He
No.
he would have been either too threatening or just too weird.
Now, him as Riddler, that would have been awesome.
I mean, yeah, I always thought that final look for Jim did take a lot from Bowie.
I could see David Bowie. I could see Johnny Depp.
The look for sure, but the mannerisms, he openly admitted in multiple interviews that he took it from Frank Gorshin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta pay respect.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any weebs among us?
No.
Do we? Kayden? I'm an old weeb, so I don't know a lot what the kids watch for anime nowadays.
Well, this isn't an anime question. This is a culture question.
Ooh, I stand a chance.
According to folklore, why do Japanese residents answer their phones with the greeting moshi moshi?
Oh, damn it. I'm about to lose my folklore cred. I'm about to lose my weeb cred. What the hell?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Gamers, you got any inkling?
Reading, sign of respect. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, unless Sass knows or somebody in the audience knows, I don't think we got this one.
Kayden over here maniacally grinning and laughing to himself. I'm in the lead.
Actually, I'm still not in the lead.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not counting myself as in the lead until I'm like definitively in the lead. All right. So, as the Fox King, it is my pleasure to say that Moshi Moshi was believed that Kitsune had trouble saying full words, and ghosts specifically couldn't say Moshi twice. So the story goes that when you answer an unknown number, you say Moshi Moshi to make sure that the person on the other end of the phone is in fact a human. The actual story is that phone operators started doing it around in the 70s, and it just kind of sucked.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have a chance on that one.
No.
Same.
You know, generally when I say folklore in Japanese, I'm just like, it's got something to do with ghosts. It's like ghosts and foxes, that's it. That's like the only reasons they do anything when it comes to folklore.
Certainly implies it in video games, that's for sure.
This one is specifically and deliberately a hardball, because not even I could answer this one on my best day if I didn't have it in front of me. So it's just for fun. Don't feel bad if you can't get it. And if you can get it, you deserve this. The Supreme Being, the fifth element and ultimate weapon, must have an equally impressive moniker. Let's see if you can follow the divine language and tell me what is Leeloo Dallas's full given name. If somebody in the audience knows this, I'm just gonna like bow.
I was gonna say, nah, don't. As quickly as she like spouts it off, please.
I have not seen that film in forever.
Same.
All right. And I'm gonna fuck this up because even with as many times as I've practiced it over the months, I still cannot pronounce it correctly.
Okay, so I'm gonna suggest nobody gets a point for this then.
Yeah, nobody gets a point for this one. So, as slow and accurately as I can pronounce it, her full name is Leeloo Menai Li Kariba Limanai Takai Ekbat Di Sabat.
There's a lot of Latin influence.
Are you
there.
sure you didn't just have a seizure? Jesus.
So the actual fun fact that I should have used is the fact that Mila actually didn't speak English during that point, so it was actually easier for her to learn the divine language.
I could see that, yeah.
Okay. We have gamers. Do we have any old school Xbox gamers?
I generally don't go in for console, so no.
I was a PS2 guy.
Okay, well, luckily this one doesn't depend just on your Xbox knowledge. With the real name Carol Raleigh and piloting UNSC Pelican call sign Echo 419, this Halo pilot shares her handle with another name for Gandalf's sword Glamdring from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. What is that name? Ollamh?
The faux hammer.
That is correct.
I may not know Halo, but god damn it, I know me some Tolkien.
You know, the hilarious part is I asked that someone asked that of someone who said the same thing. Their guess was the beater. Like close, but no. Okay. Referenced in both The Producers and in Spaceballs, with the respective jokes of, had awoken to find he had been transformed into a giant cockroach, and Mega Maid's transformation being supervised by a certain crew member, what is the name of the author who wrote The Metamorphosis?
Oh, god damn it.
I'll even take just his last name.
Yeah, this one's just annoying me.
Well, it makes it easier if you know that line or know that scene from Spaceballs. The answer's in the line.
I don't know, Sass, you got anything? It sounds like it's...
I know the timer's run out, but I'll give everybody time to think. All right. The answer was Franz Kafka.
Huh. Oh, I feel like I should have gotten that, but... yeah,
That's why I said think of Spaceballs, because the actual line is, we're getting ready to transform into Mega Maid. Ready, Kafka?
Okay.
Okay. Comic books. That's what we need to think of on this one. And that's the only hint you're getting. Do you like comic books? Do you like Robert Smith and Peter Murphy? Do you like oddly gangly, black-clad, pale-skinned men with haystack hair and a knack for being sullen and cryptic? Then perhaps you can tell me which spooky specter commands the power of a 1965 Plymouth Barracuda with the license plate Godzilla. One more hint, he was made into live action. Okay, Raz.
John Constantine?
Nope. Very popular during the 90s, though.
You can almost hear the wheels turning, can't you? Just like...
The wheels turning is fun, but the best part is always like when I give the answer and someone's like, damn it! All right, Sass, do you have a guess? correct answer would be Eric from The Crow.
Huh.
But I specifically wrote the question to make you think of Dream from Sandman.
Which is where my mind was going, yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a breather. This is not a trivia question. This is a would you rather question, so there are no points given this round. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
If you found yourself in the apocalyptic wastelands of the Fallout universe, would you rather become A, a ghoul or a glowing one, or B, a super mutant or nightkin?
No need to buzz then?
No need to buzz, just go ahead and discuss.
Ghoul.
I mean, with the possibility of going feral, or the almost inevitability.
I would like becoming a super mutant even less.
I would go with the super mutant.
I'm personally leaning towards super mutant, but not the first gen.
Even the first gen. Marcus was a first gen, and he made it all the way through.
Yeah, the only reason I say not the first gen is because Marcus is like a very rare success story.
Okay, how about Harold?
Eh,
Harold was pre first gen. I mean, he was dipped the same time the Master was.
What gen was Hawk?
Hawk.
Hawk?
Fallout 3.
Wasn't he a second gen?
You mean Fox?
Thank you, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm like Hawk. Fox. You have to remember he was Guy Fawkes. He was in Cell 5.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Gamers, do you
So
have an opinion?
he was second? Huh.
We're still on the Fallout one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, super mutant.
See, I've always seen more super mutants that have gone on to live normal lives, relatively normal lives, versus ghouls that eventually slope towards going feral and just losing all sense of self.
And see, the other thing is that I was weighing them against the. That's why I said like a ghoul or a glowing one, or a super mutant or a nightkin, because it was like, I mean, that's the risk. Because if you get to be a ghoul but you get too much, then you're gonna end up as a glowing one, and then you're just an irradiated mess who's doomed to be feral. Whereas if you become a nightkin, you could still retain your intelligence, and bonus, you get to be invisible, but you get addicted to that shit and go insane.
Yeah. See, a regular super mutant for me. Yeah.
I just, I remember the ghouls are less kill on sight by the various groups like Brotherhood of Steel.
No, the Brotherhood pretty much kills anything that moves.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty much, if you aren't Brotherhood of Steel, you're probably gonna get shot.
Especially if you look vaguely robotic.
Vaguely robotic, if you have any kind of high-tech stuff, they're gonna shoot you.
Are you carrying a book? You're not Brotherhood? Die.
Pretty much, yeah. Anything more advanced than a toaster, and it's like, nope, you can't have that.
No, really, probably the toaster too. To be safe, if you see the Brotherhood, just grab a stick and pretend that's all you know.
As long as the toaster isn't talking, you'd probably be safe with the toaster.
Well, I guess that depends on what regiment you get. Okay. We all enjoyed our breather?
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, this one I have to put on a very specific voice for a second. Just because. Speaking of Fallout and breathers, it's time for a refreshing question courtesy of Nuka-Cola! Nuka-Cola Dark was the corporation's attempt to break into the adult beverage market. But do you know how much alcohol by volume it contained?
It's very niche. That is like...
Brass?
I can't believe I'm guessing this, but 12%.
Not even close.
Figures. I figured it would be like, yeah.
It's actually
I don't
not-
drink, so that's a hard thing for me to remember. But
Yeah, it's not as niche, and it only stuck with me because I played Nuka World, and it was like everywhere. Ollamh?
I'm gonna guess somewhere around 4 to 5%.
Nope. Gamers, throw out a random number.
10%?
Nope. Sass, you got a guess? Also no. So, here's the thing. You gotta remember this is Fallout, and this is Nuka. They don't do anything in half measures. Nuka-Cola Dark was a whopping 35% alcohol by volume, making it 75 proof.
See, that's I don't think the people that wrote that really understood what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, no, they didn't, but it was everywhere. So it was like,
'Cause
yeah, all right, if that's what you want to claim.
Yeah, because it's like you're talking about a 12-ounce bottle. You're not gonna have liquor-proof,
Oh, no, but I'm saying,
liquor-proof
like,
stuff.
Yeah, that was in the game. Like, I took that directly from the Nuka-Cola ride. I was like, wait, I gotta look that. I was like, I gotta do conversion because I did an online bartending course. It was like 35%. That's a hell of a lot of proof.
Yeah, that's 70 proof.
And I was like, no wonder it sold really great in California.
Like that's blackout. Well, I guess that's why they called it Nuka Black. That's blackout in a bottle.
see, I know wine is around 12% in a lot of cases, so that made sense to me.
Okay, this one, it is such a softball. And I know Olaf's going to get it, so nobody even bother buzzing in.
Oh shit.
What is the Boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness?
Okay, yeah. Right off the bat. Okay. So the Vimes boot theory of economics states that a poor man who spends $10 a month on boots is in his lifetime going to spend far more money than a rich man who can pay $50 for a pair of boots that's going to last him 10 years.
Exactly.
Was that from The Color of Magic?
No, that one was, I'm wanting to say, from Feet of Clay?
Okay.
I think it was Feet of Clay, yeah.
Because
do we have any Rocky Horror fans? What were you saying?
And do we have any what?
Do we have any Rocky Horror fans?
More than likely. Why?
Because that's what the next question deals with. According to the song Science Fiction Double Feature, how exactly did things go wrong for Fay Ray and King Kong?
They got caught in a celluloid jam.
Exactly. Congratulations. Okay, now we get into a little weirder. Although rarely acknowledged by Disney outside of anniversaries or video games, mostly due to not regaining the copyright to the character from Universal until the year 2006. Who is Mickey Mouse's half-brother? Wrestling?
Who is Mortimer? Mortimer Mouse.
No.
Ah.
Did anybody play that game with the ink and paintbrush?
I did not.
Ink and paintbrush.
I was mostly thinking the old Mickey Mouse comics, but I might be misremembering
You're not
things.
talking about Epic Mickey, are you?
I am talking about Epic Mickey.
Oh god, it's been so long since I played that. You know that it's getting a complete remake, right?
I do.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's why you. Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, the last time I played that was back on the. I think it was out on the Wii originally, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah, and that would have been when I
Let's-
last played it too, when I had a Wii, which was like, God.
Mickey's half-brother is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Okay. Yeah.
That begs a lot of questions.
It's Disney. Goofy owned Pluto at one point.
Are you planning to get the remake of that?
I am not, because I never played the original two.
Fair enough.
I just live with a Mickey fan, so anytime anything Mickey pops up, they're just like, oh my god!
Fair enough.
Oh, what was I about to say?
The next question?
You didn't say anything.
Yeah,
You didn't.
We
didn't really
don't
say
know.
that.
And like, I got asked that. The wrestling with the you have a lot of questions. The bigger question is that Oswald was not originally his half brother.
Actually, it was not me. It was Ollamh who had a lot of questions.
It was Ollamh. But to make it more confusing, originally before they put that canon in, Oswald was Mickey.
I just say that's what I was thinking when I heard Oswald. I'm like, no, wasn't that like another name for Mickey way back when? Before, yeah.
Yeah. So the way they claim it now is that the design went from Steamboat Willie straight to Mickey. But way back when, they claimed it started out as Oswald, then went to Steamboat Willie, then turned into Mickey.
Yeah.
So how you get a mouse from a rabbit, I don't know. Okay, looks like Ras is back in. I saw he disconnected for a minute.
Yeah, so did I.
All right, so next question. Given a chocolate factory and spared the horrors of Burton's vague London land, what is the original Charlie, Peter Ostrom, up to nowadays?
He works
Right.
in insurance now, doesn't he?
He does not. Sad.
I remember a cracked article about his post-acting career. That's the thing.
Sass says she knows, so I'm waiting on her answer. He is, in fact, a veterinarian.
Huh.
Oh,
All right, so this one we went over before, but I doubt you guys remember it. And I'm going to suspend the 60-second timer for this one because it's just a very long-ass question, and it will take you a moment to actually process all the information. Speaking of chocolate factories, which Kenyan-born Charlie in the Chocolate Factory actor can also be said to satisfy any geek's fan sweet tooth, having an extensive filmography that includes Flash Gordon, Dark Crystal, Neverending Story, Buckaroo Banzai, Return to Oz, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Howling 6, Freaked, Leprechaun, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Matilda, Corpse Bride, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, The X-Files, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and completing the nerd trifecta of Star Trek, Star Wars, and Doctor Who to become the true Geek Vortex.
I can't remember his name, but he's the guy that... Isn't he the guy that plays the guy who plays all the Oompa Loompas in Tim Burton's?
Looks like Wrestling knows the answer, so let's see if he knows the name.
Warwick Davis?
It is not Warwick Davis, but
No.
Ollamh, I will give it to you because he does play all the Oompa Loompas. His name is Deep Roy.
Oh. Okay, so the guy who played the Oompa Loompas in the recent remake. Okay.
Yeah, the Tim Burton.
That's why I specified Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, not Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
Got it.
Yeah, that steamy pile of crap.
Burton's Vague London Land. All right.
It's not that the film didn't have good aspects, it's just it couldn't measure up.
It's Tim Burton has too much of a
Signature?
well, not even so much a signature, so much as for me it's more of like Tim Burton has a basic formula that's just he sticks to
all of his movies are rinse and repeat the same shit over and over. That's
Yeah.
what I feel.
Yeah.
Johnny
The other
Depp
thing
was,
is, I was about to freak out at you, Ollamh. I thought you were saying that the original movie was a steamy pile of
No,
shit.
no.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No. I specifically said the Tim Burton.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
Okay, look. I'll put it
I
this
agree
way.
there.
There's only one gag from the Tim Burton one that I actually laugh at every time I see it. And that's Willie running face first into the glass elevator. Just because it's so satisfying for after all of that to see Johnny just fall face first into something.
I just to go from Gene Wilder to fucking him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, nothing.
No.
Well, especially since Gene improv'd everything he did as Willie.
He was awesome as Willie. He was so freaking far gone, and
I mean,
it was the best.
I personally find it weird that it's like, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the one that focused on Charlie. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory was more of a masturbation session for Willy Wonka. It was, hey, we're going to tell you all about this guy and fuck anybody else.
Yeah, and see, the problem I have with it is that Willie could have been a really amazing character if you chose to focus on him.
And didn't they make a new one too? Yeah, they have a sequel now, and I heard it's even worse.
It's a prequel. It's a prequel. It
is
before
Willie got the Loompas.
Yeah.
And then there was that fake trailer nearly a decade ago with Christopher Lloyd playing like a horror version of Willy Wonka.
Oh, I can totally see him
that.
signing up for doing a movie like that.
To be fair, I would love to see Christopher Lloyd as just cracked out Willy Wonka.
Oh, you need to see that trailer then. Oh, it's glorious.
No, he's seen it.
Yeah, see the problem.
Oh, okay.
The problem with the new Wonka film is it doesn't agree with anything from any of the others. All of them, it says, okay, well, Wonka went to the Oompa Loompa land, and it's supposed to be like this deserted place, filled with monsters and stuff like that, and that's just
then he rescued them,
and that's just not. That's not what they show Loompa Land being. It's like, oh no, they have the Oompa Loompas run the land. They have guards to protect their cocoa beans and all this stuff. And I'm like,
that's how I remember the original line from the movie too, because the kids ask about the Oompa Loompas in the original Gene Wilder movie, and he says that he rescued them from monsters.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and then no. Apparently we can't stick to formula.
No. It's no. It was peaceful and wonderful and great for the Oompa Loompas right up until Willy Wonka showed up.
All right. So, you said you know your Tolkien. And I know you know your movies. So let's see if you can guess this one. Even geek heroes need a fascination. Aside from a well-documented love of heavy metal and hatred of these goddamn stairs, Peter, and correcting others in what it sounds like to actually stab a man in the back, which late legendary actor would I have turned to if I ever had to name every official English executioner since the mid-15th century? And remember, be nice and use their proper title. They were knighted. Looks like Ras is in before the buzzer.
Yeah, Christopher Lee.
It is Christopher Lee.
Excuse me. That is Sir Christopher Lee.
Yes. The second I heard you go, excuse me, I knew it was
No,
coming.
he said, he specifically, it was part of the question, make sure to use his proper title.
You're right.
Because of that, I am giving it to Ollamh because he did use the proper title.
Very good.
I have seen enough episodes of Actually to know that, oh no, that, whenever somebody says something like that, yeah.
One day I'll actually watch Actually.
If you got that one, congratulations on being a lover of the macabre. Which brings us to our next question. What other iconic king of blood and screams shares a birthday with Sir Lee? Wrestling.
Peter Cushing.
Wrong.
Ah.
Oh God, what was his name?
Oh, and now I remember. Ugh. I'm kicking myself.
Gamers.
I don't know.
You buzzed.
Accidentally. I apologize for that.
That take a while.
Is that Vincent Price?
It is Vincent Price.
Yep, you got it. I didn't think about it until, oh shit.
I'm sitting here trying to remember. I'm like, okay, who, and I couldn't think of it until I thought of Thriller, and I'm like, oh, right, okay, yep.
One more thing about our baritone knight, descendant of Charlemagne. He shared a close friendship with one of his neighbors, a man who, like Sir Lee, played Frankenstein. Can you name him? Wrestling.
Sorry. Peter Cushing, forgot to hit my toss. Yeah.
It is not Peter Cushing.
Damn it, that's 2 times I've used that.
Gamers, I know you can guess this one. It's Frankenstein. Come on now.
Repeat the question again. Sorry.
One more thing about our baritone knight, descendant of Charlemagne. He shared a close friendship with his neighbor, a man who, like Sir Lee, played Frankenstein.
I honestly don't know.
Any guesses from Ollamh or Sass?
The only thing I can think of is Gene Wilder.
Not Gene Wilder. And that was Frankenstein.
I want to say Bela Lugosi, but I don't even think he did Frankenstein. He just did Dracula.
Bela Lugosi did play Frankenstein once, but the answer we were looking for is Boris Karloff.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Boris Karloff did not play Frankenstein. He played Frankenstein's monster, thank you.
That's what I was going off of, because Peter Cushing did play Dr. Frankenstein and was a close friend of Christopher Lee.
If I had meant Victor, I would have said Victor.
You said Frankenstein. That was Frankenstein's monster.
I'm with Ollamh on this one.
Did. However, we're going by movie titles, and it was titled Frankenstein, not Frankenstein's monster.
Yes, but Frankenstein was the doctor.
I know.
So no, you do not get a point
Can we
for that.
call this question a wash?
No,
You do not get a point for that.
I feel like that
I
one
didn't
goes to
take the point. I
Ollamh.
gave you the point.
I don't
That one
want the
goes to
point, but you
Ollamh.
don't get the point either. That's a no-win. That's
I
a
didn't take the points.
yeah. That's.
Love how we get so pedantic about random shit.
You're nerds. Of
you
course we
have-
do.
I mean, you've
No,
gotten
like, we all
pedantic
know
with
it.
your
We're just like,
with
are
your
we doing-
questions.
No, like I said, we all know it. We all know the Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster shit. We're all on the same side. We're just like, are we really going to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Take a breath. Because it's time to test your childhoods. Well, my childhood. Maybe not your childhoods.
Fucking kid. You have
Well,
to
actually-
remember, some of us are significantly
Oh, no.
older than.
Out during
Yeah.
your childhoods, but it was played more during my childhood.
The fuck? What? Hold on.
I'm scared already.
Once I get to the question, it'll make sense. It is time to test your childhood. Energetic Canadian actress Alison Court can be said to have impacted and influenced the lives of millions of children with her many roles on TV. But can you name the two most diametrically opposite roles that most kids in the US would know her from?
I don't even know who that is. And I'm Canadian.
Some of you might know her better from her voice. Some of you might know her better from her face and the fact that she runs around with a doll.
No. I have no idea.
She also has ties to a Tim Burton project, but not in the way you might think.
I'm assuming that means she was a producer.
No, it means that she's
That's-
tied to a Burton project, but not the main project. It was a
Rasputin.
spin-off of.
Yeah. My guess would be Helena Bonham Carter.
It is not.
Ah.
I'm gonna guess one of them was Punky Brewster, but
It is also not Punky Brewster, but you're on the right track. Any guesses from Sass? Okay, so the reason I said it came out during your childhood but got more play during my childhood is because the first role of hers came out in the mid to late 80s. However, it got more airplay in the 90s when it was ported over in the US. She was Lunette the Clown from The Big Comfy Couch and the voice of the animated Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice.
Would not have known The Big Comfy Couch.
yeah. See, it came out in our childhood, but if it wasn't ported over to the U.S., it wasn't really out in our childhood.
Yeah, I know, but that's why the Canadian was there. All right, so this round is the one where I said these are specific to you guys. So nobody buzzes in. I'm going to put these specific to one of the three pirates. So, let's see. Who is our first one? We'll go with gamers for this one because this round is all about how well do the pirates know each other.
Well, I'm fucked. I don't hang out with you guys enough. Aside from, the podcast.
Well, this is your question. So let's see if
how well do they know me? Is that what you're saying?
No, this is how well do you know this crew member?
Well, I'm fucked.
You might not be. You might be able to guess it. Your
Uh-huh.
question. If I, Kayden, were to have to choose between worshipping a single fictional deity, would it be Slanesh, the demon prince of excess, or Sheogorath, the Daedric prince of madness?
I feel like with you would be madness.
Congratulations, you are correct. It would be Sheogorath.
That's not that hard.
Typically,
I already know you're mad.
for the mania, the parties, and the cheese. And also because I always found it funny to just say, skip rope with your intros.
There you go. See? You're already proving my point.
All right. Ollamh, this one's for you.
All right.
What lifestyle change has our dear Raslin been practicing since June of 2023?
Oh God, what is it called? Starts with a P. It's the diet where you don't eat any basically anything that can feel pain.
Give it a shot in the dark.
I can't remember the name of it.
I'll give it to you because you do have the spirit. It's veganism.
But it's not quite. I didn't. Ras, I didn't think it was vegan.
I went vegan in June, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, maybe you. Because I know, like I said, I know there was a specific one that was. It's not so. Because veganism is.
I used to be pescatarian. I was from about mid 2015 up until last year, and then I went full blown vegan.
Okay.
Okay, so that question I got directly from Ras. This one I got directly from gamers. And unfortunately, Ras, this one is for you.
Oh dear.
Let's face it. When it comes to this podcast, we are more known for our voices than our faces. So where would the familiar voice of our beloved Gamers Grotto pop up that might surprise some ruthless criminals? No points for guessing that it's in a video game.
Damn it. Now I feel callous not knowing. I'm going to have to give. I don't know.
You two gave me these answers directly, and I specifically hid them from you guys just to see if you had told each other anyways. That would be GTA 4 as a civilian.
Yep.
Huh. I did not know.
And I'm not giving myself any points for these because these are just how well do we know each other.
Yeah. How well do we know each other? Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
GTA 4, the one that you really can't play anymore.
Well, I mean, unless you have a PS3 or something.
I do, and I have a copy.
There you go.
Now you're just going to have to run around shooting civilians until you figure some familiar screen.
Yeah.
Really? We're going to have me running around GTA 4 going, come out, gamers! Where are you?
Are you Jack Nicholson? What's going on?
I just want to play.
Yeah.
All right, so the how well do we know each other round is over. Wow, I just threw my fucking pen. Luckily, I have a second one. My fingers decide not to work sometimes. Anyways, we are geeks. We know odd things and we quote shit endlessly. One of the best creators to give us bountiful gifts of referential material is Mel Brooks. To that end, do you know the story that caused merchandising to become a running gag in Spaceballs?
Yes. I didn't buzz in.
I'll count.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I believe it had something to do with the fact that George Lucas was fine with him doing a Spaceballs parody, provided that he didn't sell any merchandise for Spaceballs, and he just kind of ripped on that.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious now that we have Spaceballs merchandise because it kind of means that the deals are down.
Well, it's not owned by Star Wars. Isn't owned by George Lucas anymore. So
I figured that's what it was. Like the moment
Yeah.
Lucas sold the rights, Mel jumped on it.
Mel's like cash.
See, I was gonna.
You call George and just goes merchandising.
Honestly, I was
Oh
gonna
my
guess. I was gonna guess that it was about, basically going back to Star Wars Origin. The reason, the way that, George Lucas made so much money from that and made most of his wealth was that he's like, he put in the contract that he owned all merchandising rights. And at that point in time, movies didn't do merchandise. So everybody was like, yeah, sure, what the fuck ever. You own all the merchandise, buddy. Go. Wait, what? He's putting out what? Toys
What do you mean?
and lunchboxes and.
He's making money off the doll of a young blonde boy? That's weird.
Pretty much. It was just like, yeah, everybody's just like, yeah, sure, okay, we'll take our cut, and
Okay.
you can have the merchandise.
This has to be my favorite question in this entire quiz.
Oh, shit.
Many Christians panicked even harder during the so-called Satanic Panic when in 1993, a game came blazing on the scene featuring 8-bit heavy metal, chainsaws, shotguns, the legions of hell itself, and the awesome BFG 9000.
Doom.
Hold on. Doom was claimed to promote satanic practices and devil worship. Can you tell me what famous author praised the game with the quote, "Over the centuries, mankind has tried many ways of combating the forces of evil. Prayer, fasting, good works, and so on. Up until Doom, no one seems to have thought about the double-barreled shotgun. Eat leaden death, demon." And Ollamh has buzzed in.
I would have to say Stephen King.
It is not Stephen King, and you, sir, are really going to hate the answer, but I will give gamers, sass, and wrestling their
Hold
fair.
on. You said author, right? Like book author?
It is an author, yes.
No.
This is a shot in the dark.
It's not.
Is it Peter David?
It is not Peter David.
Okay, I'm actually very
Okay,
grateful it's not.
Can I ask one simple question? Is it male or female?
It is a male, and the fact that Ollamh is now slamming his head into his desk.
No, that's fair.
I don't know. I can't.
Sass, you got any guesses? Is Sass still with us?
There we go.
The author is the one, the only, Sir Terry Pratchett.
Huh.
It makes sense, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, never saw anything as far as that goes.
I
didn't
figured
think
once
that-
you
I-
heard the quote, that is
I-
just 100% Pratchett.
I didn't think that Terry Pratchett even played video games, so that's interesting.
Well, it's not that he played it. It's just the concept of it.
Yeah, he would have
Concept
heard
of
what,
hey, we've done all these
Yeah.
different things to try and combat evil, but nobody's tried a shotgun.
Nobody ever tried a shot. Yeah.
he would have heard that and just been like, I love it. Okay. Let's switch gears a bit. Summoning supernatural killers is old hat for the horror genre. Teenagers having drunken, drug-fueled premarital sex will summon Jason Voorhees. Falling asleep and having any fear will conjure Freddy Krueger. And just being in live while in Haddonfield makes you a target of Michael Myers. All these ways and more, how does one summon Daniel Robitaille, otherwise known as the infamous spirit Candyman? Wrestling.
Chant his name 5 times.
Specifically,
In front of a mirror.
there you go. All right. Hollywood, YouTube, the music industry, certain fetish clubs, it's all about who you know.
Reset the buzzer.
I do need to reset the buzzer. You know what? We haven't even been using the buzzers yet.
You're so lucky Ollamh's here because we'd be so
We haven't even used it in the past, 6 questions, so I hadn't even thought of it. Anyways,
That's true.
it is all about who you know. Name the celebrity who managed to get a very, very small, and by that I mean about 3 seconds, cameo in the James Bond film A View to a Kill due to his girlfriend at the time, Grace Jones, which led to his eventual career as a Hollywood action star. Careful! Thinking too hard about this question might break you. Ollamh,
Oh, come on. It's Dolph Lundgren.
it is Dolph Lundgren.
I knew it even
Ollamh's
before
like-
you added the fucking...
Ollamh's literally insulted here. He's like, come on.
Well, yeah, because we talked about it, what was it, last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I was like, yeah, I don't want to say this because it's on the fucking quiz.
We did, and I'm kicking myself for not remembering.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to talk about part of this because it's on the quiz. I'm like, oh, by the way, did you know that was Dolph Lundgren's first movie ever? And well, shit, there goes that question. But he left
Yeah.
it in.
Oh yeah, I left it in because, even if you know and I know, who else knows? And also because this one is just going to trip you right back up. Love him or hate him, Wesley Snipes has made some absolutely memorable roles. Be it the fish out of water cop paired up with Sean Connery and desperately attracted to Tia Carrere in Rising Sun, the sassy and, dare I say, iconic statuesque Noxzema Jackson tearing up a small Nebraska town in Tu Wong Fu, to the ever lovable teddy bear Simon Phoenix. But one of his most notable roles was originally considered for someone else. Do you know who was the first choice to play Blade?
Lawrence Fishburne.
No.
Ah,
Ollamh?
Will Smith.
No. Gamers?
Samuel L. Jackson?
No. Sass, you got a guess? Okay. That would be LL Cool J.
Oh.
huh. That would have been an interesting take.
I don't know if that. Yeah, that.
I don't know if it would work.
Yeah. I'm glad it went
To be fair, up to that point, could you have seen Wesley Snipes playing someone that's stoic?
It wasn't so much stoic. The one scene that I can compare them to each other fairly, is in the hospital when he gets shot and just does the motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind? Because I can hear them both, but then after that, I can't see LL Cool J doing any of that shit. If there was ever a way to prove your geek and or nerd cred, it would be getting an award, yes? Excluding the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economics, the 5 categories of Nobel Prize are peace, literature, chemistry, physiology/medicine, and what else? Ras?
Humanities.
Nope.
Yeah, not a clue.
Yeah. No idea.
Sass? It is physics. Okay, I cannot believe I have to actually read this question the way I wrote it.
Oh shit.
This question will have you totally bugging. If I told you this 1993 movie was very loosely based on the 1815 Jane Austen novel Emma, you'd tell me, as if. But what is it?
Clueless.
It is Clueless.
Never seen it.
It's not as bad as you might think, but
It really isn't.
Never had the interest.
Speaking of keen fashion sense and, like, retro, what 1992 movie features Rutger Hauer and Paul Rubens as a duo of evil snarkers and was later adapted into a massively popular TV series? If Sass doesn't get this one, I'm disowning her.
Yep.
God, what was the name of that? What was the only one that's popping into my mind is one called The Hitcher.
It is not The Hitcher.
That's okay, Sass. Kayden's forgotten to start the timer the past couple questions.
It's been in my head. But also, like, when it gets a little tougher, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck the timer. Give him time to think. I feel like the timer just makes it a little more frantic on these. Any other guesses? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh.
Does Ollamh know?
This is where she kicks herself. That would
Okay,
be...
hang on. One thing that I will say that you kind of started off with, but just like glossed over, is really think the Valley Girls.
Uh-huh.
Really think Valley Girls. Because to be fair, a lot of people, yeah, the both of them were such background play, were really kind of just like, they're not known for that one.
Actually, it's another case of there are people who love the original, and then the adaptation just got so popular, people forgot it existed.
See, for me, I've plain out forgot that Rutger Hauer was even in it, honestly.
It is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I remember.
Oh God!
I remember Paul Rubens' like way over the top death scene, but it's
Yeah.
like for me, it's like Rutger Hauer was just like, yeah, it did.
Yeah, because they barely use Lothos in it. And see, originally I was going to appeal. Well, no, I did say keen fashion sense because that is still my favorite line in the movie. You think this will save you? Your puny faith? No, my keen fashion sense.
All right, give me just a moment here because I need to run to the bathroom and grab another drink.
All right.
I'll grab something as well. Be right back.
How you feeling, gamers?
I'm fine. How am I feeling? In regards to the questions, I'm feeling that I'm losing tremendously. But aside from that, I'm fine.
Who knows? Maybe you'll come back in the later half.
Maybe. Huge emphasis on the maybe.
Well, to be fair, let's see. If I have my scores right...
Keep in mind that you guys watch a lot of more movies and TV shows than I do.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, is I watch a lot of movies, so I was trying to, like, push... No, then I'm like, nah, movies are kind of my thing.
No, that's fine. I don't care. It's not really about who wins and loses to me. It's just for having fun.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is like, are you at least having fun?
Oh yeah, of course. But yeah, no, I stopped. I there came a point where I felt that sitting in front of a TV watching movies was just boring for me. I prefer interactivity, and you're not interacting with anything in a movie. You're just interacting with the remote control. That's not enough for me. I like to be able to play an actual story and affect the story the way I want. You can't do that with a movie. All you're doing is sitting there watching it.
Yeah, and that's completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay, because in the later half, we go into random shit like Power Rangers, Star Trek, board games, books. So, you've got a chance.
How long are we expecting this quiz to last? Jesus. The later half.
Well, let's see. What question did we just answer?
Did you write seasons worth of this? Like, what is...
We're on question 42 of 80, so technically we're already in the later half.
Okay.
Back, but only technically.
Only technically back?
What does that mean?
No, we're only technically through the second half, or in the second half.
Oh! I was saying you were only technically back.
I was like, did you secretly just put on your mic and you're just like ventriloquizing the mic?
There you go.
Look, technically back is the best kind of back.
Is it though?
No,
Of course not.
it's
Like if I technically
am I
get
back
my
or am
money
I not? Only you'll know for sure.
It's like you got your money back, technically. Technically? How about I kick your ass, technically? Actually, that phrase means something completely different. That's actually beautiful.
All right, and I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. So, as I was just telling gamers, we are in the later half of the game, even though Wrestling wants to say technically. Although, I don't see how it's technically the later half, considering we are on 42 of 80.
I mean, that's...
Maybe Ras has some bonus questions that you guys don't know about. There you go. Ras is like, damn it.
Okay, so from here on, we get into weirdness. We are going into the whole spectrum. Board games, video games, movies, books, everything. Because I really want to see where you guys have your knowledge. So, with that...
Nowhere, apparently. Not for me.
You've got 2 points. You've got 2 points.
You're
Gamer.
on the board. You do have 2 points.
Fantastic. That makes me feel so much better.
To be fair, it is Gamers 2, Shannon 5, Wrestling 6, and then technically I am only 1 point ahead of Ollamh.
There you go.
At 13. All right, so
I did say I've got a lot of useless knowledge rattling around in my head.
oh, I know. That's
We already know this.
that's the best part. Is I was like, I know someone's gonna know this.
We're well aware.
Although most people may associate this character more with Precious Rubies and being the main star of the show, What Fleet Street staple was introduced in the 1846 serial The String of Pearls? This is a musical question, kids, so hope you theater kids are paying attention.
It's never a musical theater kid.
Yeah.
I'll give you one hint. Johnny Depp butchered this shit.
That's not a hint. He butchers a lot of stuff. What the hell kind of a hint?
Musical. Ollamh?
Sweeney Todd.
It is Sweeney Todd.
Oh, shit.
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
There's only been like a handful of theatrical musicals that Depp was ever in.
Yeah, and Crybaby doesn't count because he didn't do his own singing. All right. Although his pen name might make you think of sour drinks and Wolverine, Daniel Handler wrote 13 books detailing these in the lives of Sonny, Klaus, and Violet Baudelaire.
Oh God. Oh,
Sass says she has it. Ollamh?
oh God, what was it? Violet Baudelaire. Wasn't that Lemony Snicket?
It is Lemony Snicket, but what were the book's names?
Oh, they were the a series of unfortunate events.
There you go.
Well, I wasn't sure what you were wanting because it's like, well, okay, you're talking about the author, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, because I knew if I said Lemony Snicket, everyone would get it right off. So it's like I can't put Lemony Snicket in the question.
But I wasn't sure if you were wanting the author's, the pen name that you mentioned, or the book series.
Book series, yeah. I should have clarified that one. I'll admit that one. Okay, so we have the theater kids again. What famous Danish prince bemoans in his famous soliloquy, "So excellent a king that was to this Hyperion to a satyr, so loving to my mother, and she married, oh most wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets."
I'm just gonna go ahead and knock the obvious one out of the way. Hamlet.
It is Hamlet.
Part of me almost said Othello. Huh.
I'm just glad he didn't say the Scottish play.
Well, no, you said Danish, so.
Oh. Okay, so this one I didn't actually know if I should keep in.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It's kinda grisly is the question, is the reason.
When have we shied away from Grizzly?
I was going to say.
So, this odd phrase is a mixed bag, being the name of a song by the Beatles, a book about the Manson murders, and found scrawled at one of the crime scenes in blood. What is it?
Helter Skelter.
That's correct.
By the way, you need to reset your buzzer.
Why? Anyways.
I was about to say, we're not even using it.
Yeah, it's like you guys are just shouting, so I was like, eh.
Yeah, it works.
Once you got the Beatles song, I'm like, oh, come on, really? Grizzly and the
Yeah,
Beatles song.
For me, it did take the murders to remember it, and you beat me to it by a half second.
I half expected someone to say I am Walrus.
I would love to hear about these walrus murders.
Go watch Tusk.
Maybe I wouldn't.
All right. This one is both in my wheelhouse because it's one of my favorite poems, but it's also in Rass's wheelhouse, so we'll see how he does. Known for having wrote among their impressive works the following poem beginning, "Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves in immortality." What famously morbid poet did rock legends Clutch title a song after?
Lord Byron?
Not Lord Byron.
Ah.
Did hang out with Lord Byron.
Oh, God. Now I remember.
It is not Poe, they are female.
I got no clue.
I remember now, but
Sounds like Ras and Sass both had the same.
yeah.
Alright. Gamers, you got to guess?
No.
Can I
I've heard
say
the
it
poem,
now?
but I don't know who said it, who wrote it.
Can I say it now that I've lost my chance?
Yes, you can reset. You can say it now.
Mary Shelley.
It is not Mary Shelley either.
Oh, wow. Okay. Who was it?
It is, in fact, Emily Dickinson.
I didn't know she palled around with Lord Byron.
She did.
Huh.
Emily Dickinson, Jane Austen, and Mary Shelley, and then Lord Byron, and there was another male, but I never remember who he was. They all had groups together, and they all universally hated Lord Byron.
Yeah, that's the problem with with sending out the signal and yeah, anybody in the chat's gonna have a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, that's why I tended to stop the timer, because it's like, you got lag, it's a 60-second timer, it's already nerve-wracking enough, I'm just gonna count. Okay, all three of you should get this one. He's hammy, he's eccentric. For you, the moment he bellowed, "For I beheld Satan as he fell from heaven like lightning."
Raul
Was the
Julia.
most important day of your life. But for him, it was Tuesday. What is the character?
Oh. But I burned my chance, didn't I?
Yep,
Mm.
Oh, M. Bison.
it is Bison. Best role he ever did besides Gomez Adams, I'm just going to say that.
I like his other roles better, but you can tell he was not there for the paycheck. He was there for his kids.
He was there for his kids. That is, in fact, their last request to him.
They were so freaking happy about that, and then, yeah. Wow.
Oh, he gave it his all. Okay, so we mentioned The Crow earlier. So anybody who's seen the movies, get back in that mindset. Speaking of the Dark One, what book does villain T-Bird describe as pornography in The Crow after reading the phrase, "Abashed the devil stood and felt how awful goodness is," only to later find himself repeating the same passage before his death?
The only thing I can think of would be the Bible.
It is, in fact, not the Bible.
Well, looks like Sass might have a guess. Nope.
Typing. Nope. All right, that is time. That would be John Milton's Paradise Lost.
That was going to be my second guess.
All right. Let's climb in the time machine. Let's travel back to the 80s. The peak of the horror boom, hookers and blow, the slick-haired businessman, and hatred for commies and capitalist big dogs, respectively. In that vein, what board game was banned from the Soviet Union for promoting capitalist ideals, but also, amusingly, used during World War II to smuggle escape tools for the SOE?
I'm going with Monopoly.
That is, in fact, Monopoly.
To say that one just kind of like, yeah, it just makes sense.
I mean, it's got an iron. It's got a giant metal shoe. I mean, it is both a exaltation of and condemnation of capitalism.
I was about to say, I love the fact that it's touted nowadays as like, oh, it's the joy and appreciation and celebration of capitalism. Was like the original intent was to make people realize that capitalism is shit and that you have to budget for everything in your life and you will never win because the capitalists and monopolists will have all the money. Okay, so this one is particularly fun. The Royal Diamond chess set has what distinction?
I am completely lost right now.
Okay, so if it's the Royal Diamond chess set, what would you think it would be known as?
I got nothing.
Okay, that's time. To be fair, I had never heard of the Royal Diamond chess set before this. It is known for being the world's most expensive board game, being made of gold and encrusted with diamonds, rubies, and sapphires. Why you would want that for a game of chess, don't ask me.
I guess it's a talking point at parties.
If you can afford to touch it.
I mean, it's royal. I imagine the Windsors get to, but...
How expensive is it? Did you ever find that out?
No, it never says. It just says it's the world's most expensive chess set.
Here, let's find out.
Yeah,
I'm
royalty
curious
has...
now. I'm curious now.
So am I. If you can find it, you go ahead.
I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna laugh if it turns out it's like the world's most expensive in some obscure currency.
Oh no, valued at an astounding $9.8 million.
Damn.
I can't think of anything else that could make that unless some collector was willing to pay that for an original white box set of D&D.
All right, so you did go with the Monopoly one.
Yeah.
So-
So that's the one that Ollamh said. It's $9.8 million. That's how much it is.
Yeah. So can you tell me, during the 1930s, the Polish Cipher Bureau used what famous game as a code-breaking tool?
What famous game? Is that what you said?
Yep, famous game.
Buzzing in, tic-tac-toe.
Code breaking?
It is not tic-tac-toe.
Ah,
Yeah.
Hangman.
It is not Hangman. It is a tabletop game. technically. Board game, you can really play it anywhere.
I'm just as an FYI exiting the buzzer thing since we're not using it anymore.
It's also not checkers. Come on, gamers, just throw out a random game.
I honestly do not know. I don't even want to guess because I'm just gonna sound like an idiot. So I'm good.
That
I'll let
game
you guys.
would be Battleship.
Oh,
Huh.
wow. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that.
That's-
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I'm
I-
trying to figure out exactly how that works.
yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
let's face it.
I was gonna say, Sass is saying that makes sense. Actually, it kind of does.
Yeah, with certain codes, I can see how it would work, but they'd never mention which codes it was used to break.
Well, if you think of it like, okay, B2 instead of B2, it's B. You know, using the that same grid pattern, each number equates to a letter of the alphabet.
Yeah,
That would break a lot of, you know, a lot of very basic ciphers.
I want to know who actually figured it out. I just want to be a fly on that wall. Okay, so next question. Let's face it. We owe a lot to this one, including this very game. What board game was created by a Canadian couple in order to entertain guests at parties? Your clue in that was this game.
I'm guessing life.
Not life.
This game makes me think life.
This game is in the one we're playing right now, currently.
20 questions?
No.
Damn it! Now oh.
Trivial Pursuit.
It is Trivial Pursuit. Congratulations, gamer.
All right. Cool. Second question right out of like fucking 8.
Third. That is your third question.
Oh,
Do not sell yourself short.
there we go.
Yeah. Kayden will do that for you.
Sounds about right.
No, I'm the one encouraging him. I was like, you can come back in the second half. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Sass got it at the same time, so
Yeah. Do we want to give them both a point?
I don't know how you work that.
See, it's kind of difficult. Yeah, I'll give them both a point.
I was gonna say,
Like, because Sass could have had it at the exact same time, but because of the lag.
well, no, see, Sass's post in the Discord came up the exact like a few seconds after Gamers.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
that's what I'm
like,
talking about. It's like, she could have
That's-
figured it out
that
like,
counts as
right
a
as
tie.
said it. Yeah. So we'll count it as a tie.
Yeah, because with the
So-
lag, there's no way Sass could have heard Gamers say
Yeah.
it and then typed it.
Yeah. So, do you guys know what was the first board game to be played in space?
Board game to be played in
Word game. I thought it was chess, but that's not a board game, is it? No.
Yeah, it is.
It is, but it's not chess.
Okay.
I'm going with checkers.
It's not checkers either.
Hmm.
I'll tell you this, I wouldn't want to clean up after him.
The only thing I could think of then would be Scrabble.
It is Scrabble.
Really?
Yes. Scrabble is a pain in the ass to clean up with gravity. Can you imagine it without gravity? Okay. Oh, I disconnected. Now I'm back. Now known for its intrigue and movie adaptation, what game was invented by an RAF pilot to kill time between missions?
I would say Cluedo, also known as Clue.
It is, in fact, Cluedo. And I adore the fact that you actually called it Cluedo.
I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, okay, so yeah, kind of a fairly recent one, and made into a movie. It's like that's just yeah.
All right, so do we have any card gamers in here?
Define card gamers.
We got anybody who plays Magic in here?
Not anytime recently.
Ditto.
Yeah,
Well,
I used to play it when I was a kid, but no, not anymore.
If you guys know the Deep Lore. Chandra, Garruk, Jace, Liliana. These planeswalkers make up just a fraction of the pantheon of the mighty and iconic cards of Magic the Gathering. But before he unleashed the Phyrexians, what board game did Richard Garfield design?
I'm just gonna take a wild stab and say Hero Quest.
It is not Hero Quest. I love the absolute silence of the fuck.
You just reminded me of a little bit of trivia, but it's not related to that.
Oh?
Yeah, so Ollamh, did you know that originally Quest for Glory was originally called Heroes Quest, and then they ended up having to change the name because they were about to be sued?
Yep.
Sierra is one of the biggest companies in the world for having billions of lawsuits against them. Like billions. Energizer went after them, Radio Shack. Basically everyone has had a beef with Sierra.
Yeah, but at least those didn't have a chance because those were parodies.
Well, it didn't matter. They still took them to court because there was an interview with Sierra's legal team. I remember it was on like one of the discs. They had an interview. And they said Sierra's legal team was constantly in battles with all of these companies and all these corporations because they were constantly taking them to court and saying, you can't do that.
Sierra should have won every single one of them because it's parody. That's protected by law.
No, I know, but you know what it was like back in the 80s and 90s? They didn't care.
Oh, yeah. Before any state had any kind of a slap law.
You guys ready for the answer?
Sure.
That would be Robo Rally.
Huh.
And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and give this question to gamers. Because the other two of you are going to get it way too quick.
Wait a minute. What? So you're going to torture me with this question?
No,
so
you
sit and ponder and break.
He's
Take a
giving you
breath.
a fair chance.
I'm giving you a fair chance. Take a breath. Tell me when you're ready.
I don't need a breath. Just I'm not that old. Jesus. All right,
It's
go
not
ahead.
that old. It's just calm yourself down.
Oh, I'm fine, dude.
Now that you've taken your breath, Gather your party, set forth, delve into fantastic stories and ridiculous hijinks. Beloved by geeks worldwide and front and center of the satanic panic, what game started its unholy infernal life as a mixture of the games Chainmail and Bronstein?
That is Dungeons and Dragons.
Damn it,
Hey,
Brass,
damn
that
it,
was his
Brass.
question.
Oh shit.
Nobody
I'm
gets
sorry.
points for that one then.
Sorry. My bad.
See, you ruined it for me, Raz. It's okay. I would have never gotten it.
I would say.
Actually, no. You know what? I'll be even more of a dick. Since Ras answered Gamer's question, I'm giving Gamers the point.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Raz.
My pleasure. I'm actually would have been disappointed if you didn't get that.
Prepare to be disappointed.
You would have gotten it.
See, it was the gather your party and venture forth that got me.
Yeah, and I heard him do the at the satanic panic. I was like, he's got it. I know he's got it.
And for me, it was just like Chainmail was the one that locked it in.
Okay.
It couldn't be some sort of curveball.
And see, he might get this one because when it comes to obscure gamer trivia, that's what I rely on him for. According to Legend of Zelda series producer E.G. Anoma, what was his original goal for Link's design starting with Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, I don't think I would know that one.
Yeah,
I've got no clue here.
So his stated goal was that he wanted to make Link gender neutral and androgynous, though ultimately male.
Huh. Yeah.
Oh.
And his reasoning was not because of PC, but rather because he wanted anybody to be able to look at Link and see themselves. So if you saw Link more as a girl, he's a girl. You see Link more as a guy, he's a guy.
That makes sense. In the end, that's kind of what they went with anyway, didn't they?
Yeah,
Because in the later Zelda ones, when there was less pixelation and more actual graphics, he kind of looks like he could be either male or female.
yeah, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's the same designer since then. He's like, I just want to make it to where, whatever you want Link to be, that's what Link is.
I mean, so many developers, so many designers did that. Like, I mean, that was the whole reason why originally Stan Lee had most of his superheroes masked, because he didn't want them to know what they look like underneath. He said in interviews that it was like, if you want him to be black, he's black. If you want him to be white, he's white. If you want him to be Chinese, he's Chinese. That's why he put masks on half of his superheroes. And then a lot of the producers and stuff like that said, no, we can't do that. We need to have them unmasked at least sometimes. So then he ended up having to come up with, alternate personalities for the superheroes.
Yeah, because see, that's the thin line you got to walk. If you want to keep a superhero in a mask, you risk losing his humanity and people don't connect. But at the same time, as long as that mask is on, he is whatever you want it to be. Okay, now this one is definitely useless. Oh my god, you're a Pisces? No way, we can't be friends. I'm a Leo, so we'd be mortal enemies. But speaking of horoscopes and constellations, what zodiac located in the northern hemisphere bears the symbol of and Latin name meaning twins, largely associated with Castor and Pollux?
I can't believe I'm using the buzzer still.
And what would you like to answer?
Gemini?
It is Gemini. Oh, wait. Ollamh, did you see which one answered first? Was it him or Sass?
I think it was a tie again.
That's fair. We'll just give them both a point. To be fair, they're actually kind of close to each other. And you and I are neck and neck.
I think I've got one up on you, don't I?
Let me see. No, I have us tied.
You've got 18. I thought I had 19.
Wonder where that extra point came from then. If you say you're one up, I'll give you one up. I'm doing it for the fun of it. All right. We're going to try this again. And this time, Raz, you are not allowed to answer.
You are forbidden.
So this one is for gamers specifically.
I give you permission to answer, Rask.
No, if he answers, then we're just going to mute his mic.
Damn it.
Come on, this one is such a softball. You'll get it.
I hope you get it. I don't even know what it is yet, and I hope you get it.
A pirate's tradition. We love ourselves some quiplash. What game, created by 8 Chicago high school friends via Kickstarter in 2011, do we often compare it to and also have run a couple of clone games of on the stream?
Cards Against Humanity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Woot.
There you go.
As soon as you said college students, I knew exactly what it was. Oh my god.
I actually wasn't sure until you said we've played it.
Okay,
Once
so
you said
now you-
Quiplash, I'm like, yeah, okay.
So now you can feel good, gamers, because you are only 3 behind Ras and 2 behind Sass.
There you go.
So you're in the running.
Good. At least I'm in the running.
Okay, back to you for everybody. This math term, meaning, quote, a rectangular array or table of numbers, symbols, or expressions arranged in rows and columns, has been adopted into popular lexicon after a massively successful film and a certain people-eating moron promising he can help you escape it.
Yeah, it's Matrix.
That it is.
Pluralized matrices.
Okay, this one's a long one, so bear with me. Legend tells of Elvis Presley hearing of a sandwich he wanted so badly, he had everyone leap onto his private jet, the Lisa Marie, and flew out from Tennessee to Denver, landing at 1 a.m. to be met with 22 of these sandwiches at the airport. Sharing them with the owners of the shop that made them, friends that had told him of it, and his flight crew, they washed this feast down with bottles of Perrier and champagne. Made by taking an entire loaf of Italian bread, hollowed out, coated in butter, baked, and filled with an entire jar of peanut butter, an entire jar of jam, and a pound of crispy bacon. This gastronomical jewel, or nightmare for some, is named after what 2-word phrase used to describe pyrite or any treasure turning out to be fake?
You said anyone can answer this one?
Yep, and you have buzzed in.
Fool's gold.
That is true. And also, I have made a fool's gold sandwich. It is actually pretty good.
It sounds like it would be good, but dear gods, that's a lot of food.
And keep in mind that this is Elvis, so he also added the bananas to it because, you know, peanut butter and banana. Okay, so this one is my... You're all gonna call me a dick for this.
Probably.
Han Solo is a lot of things. Smuggler, hero, general, not a prince, a handsome statue for the bourgeois. But his most impressive feat, according to him, isn't all that impressive when the language is rearranged. incorrectly used as a unit of time as it was in A New Hope or The Force Awakens. This term refers to a unit of distance, not time, or an area as the Mandalorian would have you believe. What is it that the Falcon is said to have made the Kessel Run in less than 12 of?
Parsecs.
Yes. And there's a bonus. If it were used as a unit of time, what would Hans's actual record be?
Light years.
No, I mean in actual years.
Oh, see, now you're at... I don't know.
So I did the math. It would be roughly 39.1 years.
Now, as me and Sin both used to say, actually, it's not a mistake because it was explained that you are going through an extremely dangerous part of space, as they actually did put in Solo, a Star Wars story. So that shaving off that distance actually does make it very impressive. In Solo, a Star Wars story, there was like this space octopus.
Mm-hmm.
And in the extended universe, now Legends, it was the maw or cluster of black holes that you literally could not travel too close to.
Yeah, but that's why I said you were all going to call me a dick for that question.
That's fair.
That's just not the one that would make us think you're a dick.
No, this game makes you think I'm a dick.
No, it was more the Frankenstein question.
Yeah.
But again, we're all on the same page with that one. I just wanted to see who would pull the trigger.
More like drop the hammer. What, no hammer fills puns today?
Not today.
Strangely enough, actually, in the extended universe, drop the hammer was very much used in Star Wars.
That doesn't surprise me. Okay, so we're getting into more nerdy territory, but I don't care. If I were to tell you that photosynthesis began about 3.5 gigaannums ago, how long would I be talking about? Okay. Is that for the last question? Did I forget to clear the buzzers again?
Yeah.
That too, yes.
Yeah. No guesses?
I'm trying to do math in my head, but
Don't hurt yourself.
I know, right? I'd say trillions of years.
Little less.
Okay, yeah, I was off. I wasn't sure.
It's actually 3.5 billion years.
I was trying. See, what I was doing, what I was trying to think of was, okay, so you have a byte, a megabyte, and a gigabyte. But I just wasn't sure with the annum if that was just a year or if that was like a certain set of years.
Hey, Julian! Hey, Julian. And yes, it would be roughly 3 billion years. Everybody answered a question before this, right? Yeah, you did. I'm making sure. I'm trying to keep track of the score as close as I can. I was like, all right, did I miss one? Okay, where are computer geeks?
Shit, I think I exposed myself there with the last question.
Linux was based on what operating system, which is also sneakily hiding inside its name?
Unix.
There you go.
Ah, I was still relying on the buzzer.
I looked away for a split second, so if you got it before him.
I mean, are we splitting that one if that's the case, or?
Yeah, go ahead and give both points.
Okay.
What Tom Lehrer song teaches a system he describes as, quote, so simple that only a child can do it?
Wasn't that the Dewey Decimal System?
No, but we did just have 2 questions concerning it. Gamers, you got a guess?
I have no idea.
Brass, Julian Sass.
Nada.
All right. That would be new math. And I like it specifically new math. It has taken me far too long to discuss my favorite series of movies, Puppet Master. If any of you are fans like me, can you name the actor included in a question earlier, which the puppet Blade's face is modeled after?
Again, wild stab. I would say Vincent Price.
It is not Vincent Price. Much more Germanic.
Rutger Hauer?
Not Rutger Hauer.
Got anything?
Nada.
So the director found Klaus Kinski so difficult to work with, he insisted the puppet be modeled after him. Okay, this one's fun. And it took me forever to phrase it, so bear with me. Damn it, man, he's an original, not a newbie. In the original 1965 Star Trek, many bold choices were made. From having a flamboyant fencer for a navigator and a Russian tactical officer who just cannot seem to stay in control of his thoughts, to the ever-elegant and strong communications officer that is Nyota Uhura. But the woman on the bridge wasn't the only important person of color in this racially charged time. Can you tell me the name of the Enterprise's original chief medical officer under Christopher Pike, later becoming the ranking doctor under Bones?
Nope.
Have not watched TOS in forever.
Sorry, Julian, it is not Chapel. Come
No,
on,
it's
Dave.
it was the male. It was the male doctor. I know. I can I remember the actor's face. I just don't remember his name. At all. And Pike was only ever in Star Trek for one episode too, because of what happened to him. I mean, not Pike, Jeffrey Hunter, because he was originally. I know that he was originally supposed to be the lead role in Star Trek, and then once he got his serious injury right after the original the Cage episode, you know, they replaced him with Shatner. But I don't remember the doctor's name. It was so obscure. They only ever used his name once, and he had such a small role in the Cage episode. Like, he was barely on screen. He was on screen for maybe like all of 10 minutes. But I don't remember, because, like I said, Jeffrey Hunter only said his name once.
He actually became a bigger character in later series. That would be Commander Joseph Mbenga.
Interesting.
I was really thinking you'd get that one.
No, I mean, I haven't seen. First of all, I haven't seen The Cage in a long time, and I gotta be honest. Jeffrey Hunter, I don't think I would have liked him as Pike, because he came off as very arrogant. He was a real dick. I don't know.
I mentioned Pike was because it was specifically, if I said chief medical officer, so many people jumped to Bones, but I was like, no, this was before Bones. It was under Pike, not Kirk.
Yeah. The only original actor who remained from the Cage episode was Leonard Nimoy. All the rest were replaced, aside from Majel Barrett.
Yeah. And see, you know all that, so I was like, maybe he'll know this one.
Yeah, no, I again, I didn't know whether you were asking for the actor's name or the character's name. In which case, I don't know either of them.
Yeah. All right, so we have now reached question 69. Celebrate as you will. Many directors have trademarks that show up in their works. Cameron's special effects, Abrams' limbs flares, Bay's explosions, Lucas's long hallway shots, Sam Raimi's car, brother, and Bruce Campbell, Tarantino's foot fetish. But clever and eagle-eyed viewers may be most likely to know John Landis's. Do you?
Gods, this is something like See You Next Tuesday?
Close. It's not Tuesday. I'm gonna let you see if you can salvage that answer, because you got the see you next part.
Oh, no, it's Wednesday.
There you go.
It's Wednesday, because that was in, again, I had to go back to Thriller.
Yep. Fun fact, See You Next Wednesday was the title he gave a fictional porno.
See, for me, it was, that was, I mixed that up with American Dad.
Yeah. It's the movie that's playing in the theater in American Werewolf in London. It is on a poster in one of his teen comedies. Yeah, he works it in, like, almost all the time, even if it's just dialogue. Okay. We'll give you another shot. I think all three of you should know this one. For this question, time is a luxury you do not have. In fact, I'm cutting the timer in half. You have 30 seconds. Tell me, what is the USS Reliance prefix code, and what even is a prefix code?
I don't know the prefix code itself, but I know what it's for. But I'll let somebody else answer the code if they want first.
I mean, you had 30 seconds and you're almost there. You got 9 seconds.
Okay, so the prefix code is used if somebody takes over the ship or whatever. You can actually use the command prefix code to lower shields on another ship, or basically command the ship from your own computer.
And that is correct. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give you the point.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, expecting anybody to remember the prefix code, that's
Yeah, it's especially the
prefix
especially
code
especially
is
the reliance. I'm like, no.
the
My
prefix
roommate would
code
probably
is
know it, but-
16309.
Would not have known.
yeah,
No,
that's
Which I have been looking that up forever. I was like, did they just pull that out of a hat, or is that specific for some reason? Because there's no way that's just totally random.
Yeah, I think they just pulled them out of it. I think for the most part, that's what they did anyway. It was just
Okay, so-
randomized.
It's another Star Trek question, but I don't know which one of you, if any of you, liked Deep Space Nine.
I do.
I didn't mind it. I haven't watched all of it though. I have like the box set of DS9. I've watched maybe like the first season.
Okay, so if you like it, Rasslin, let's see if you can answer this one.
Shoot.
I'm sorry, that question was a little impersonal. A good host should take the time to relax their guests, just as a good barman knows how to listen. For example, Quark is a very good barman, even convincing a Vulcan of how illogical war would be. But he's also very good at turning a phrase. Do you recall what he and Garrick compared the Federation to with the phrases, "It's vile, so bubbly and cloying and happy, just like the Federation"? What's really frightening? Enough of it, and you begin to like it. It's insidious, just like the Federation.
The answer is root beer.
That it is.
Specifically, Garak comes in asking for Kanar. Quark actually gives it to him free of charge. Garak says, "How uncharacteristically generous."
I'm in an uncharacteristically generous mood.
Gods, do we have that scene memorized?
I only watched it like 40 times 2 weeks ago,
Oh, well then.
just to make sure I had it right for the question. It was the 90s. We made do with what we had.
And
Even
what we-
mega corporations like Google had to start with something. Can you tell me what building material made up Google's first server storage rack?
Yeah.
wow.
Did you write these questions yourself, or did you find them on something?
I found all of these online. I did extensive
Oh, okay.
research.
I was gonna say if you wrote these all yourself, that's even more impressive.
It is not cinder blocks. It's close, Julian. They're made of plastic.
Oh shit, Legos?
It's Legos.
I'm sitting here thinking, well, what the fuck else would you make out? What would you build with plastic? It's like, no, fuck no. Really?
Yes.
Granted. I mean, I do have to question these people. Their general practice seems Google was originally called Backrub.
Okay, this is a fun one. The ban hammer swingeth. A lot of things have been banned over the years. Books, cartoons, that fat creepy guy on Discord who sent you pictures of an unidentifiable object. But New Zealand banned a show in 1994 that you may not have expected on the cause of it being too violent. Do you know what it was? Little hint, it was a children's show.
We've got Julian saying Tom and Jerry and Sass saying Power Rangers.
I will give it to Sass because it was in fact Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
So, New Zealand told them to go Power Rangers.
Indeed.
Oh, that was bad.
But in theme with the night.
Well, fair enough. See, here I was thinking something like Animaniacs.
Okay, we're on question 75, so we're getting there.
And we're coming up right on 3 hours here, so.
See, I did this right. Question 75. Voice actors. The unsung heroes of a lot of things. It's always a joy to hear a familiar voice come from a character. From Dante Bosco as Zuko or Jake Long, Steve Bloom and Crispin Glover as everyone, Jim Cummings as the people Steve and Crispin didn't voice, or John DiMaggio as Bender, Joker, and Jake. So what Chinese superstar voiced Beast in the Mandarin dub of Beauty and the Beast?
You know, I'm just gonna throw it out there, James Hong.
Not James Hong.
The dude's in fucking everything.
He really is.
This one is probably going to make a lot of you just like do a double take.
I don't know, Jackie Chan.
It is Jackie Chan. Congratulations, gamers.
I was just making a joke, but okay, cool.
Better than my guess. I was going to say Jet Li.
What the fuck?
He not only voices Beast, he also sings.
Well, there you go. The hell?
See, stupid guesses get points.
Yeah.
By the way, you are now tied with Sass, so congratulations.
There you go.
Well, the audience in general.
This is true. Well, yeah. Alexa, Siri, sync your game consoles, your computer, and even your toilet listen and collect data on you nowadays. Big Brother is here and we all know it. But in 1999, the NSA banned a toy for the exact fear that it could be used to spy on their offices. What toy was that?
God, wasn't that Furby?
It is Furby.
It didn't have any vision though.
No, but it
Weird.
recorded and learned. Listened.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess to some degree.
But what fucking NSA agent had a Furby sitting on the goddamn desk?
Yeah,
Apparently a lot of them.
The fuck?
that's weird. Yeah, that's strange.
It makes you wonder who tried to ban Teddy Ruxpin before that.
Yeah.
I mean, Teddy Ruxpin would be a lot harder to fucking steal secrets on.
Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin didn't listen. It just moved its mouth along with the tape that you put in. It didn't have a microphone. Furbies did. They had motion sensors and they had audio sensors. So
Okay, so I'm going to be very surprised if any of you know this one, but I'm also going to be kind of grossed out.
Oh, so I'm about to shine. Go on.
The ancient Romans had a lot of technological and civil advancements to their credit. The Pantheon, gladiators, the aqueducts. But sometimes they had some weird shit too. Medicine, for example. There was a concoction used by charioteers for energy, as well as to treat the bites of snakes with the exception of the horned viper. Do you know what it was made of?
Semen.
No.
Not what I was thinking of then.
I'm just gonna say urine.
No. If Gamers pulls this out, I'm just gonna blink.
Hold up. Repeat the question again. So I got distracted there.
The ancient Romans had a lot of technological and civil advancements to their credit. The Pantheon, the gladiators, the aqueducts. But sometimes they had some weird shit too. Medicine, for example. There was a concoction used by charioteers for energy as well as to treat the bites of snakes with the exception of the horned viper. But do you know what it was made of?
Sounds like guano or something. I don't remember.
You have it half right. It's not guano, but I will give you the vagueness.
Okay.
The specific formula was vinegar and hot female goat shit.
Yeah. I knew it had something to do with shit, but I
was
couldn't
gonna
remember
say
what.
it's like I'm sitting here thinking, come on, gamers, we've knocked out semen and urine for you. Come on.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You know what? I'll give him the point for that because he did get half of it, and that's weird as shit.
And it probably gave rise to, so you think you're hot shit.
Oh my god.
It took me forever to phrase the question or to phrase the answer for that one because I was like, no, it is specifically hot shit, but it is the shit of a female goat. But you can't say hot female goat shit because that makes it sound like you're saying it's specifically the feces of a goat that is female that they find attractive. I was like, to be fair, it's the Romans. They might, but
And thankfully you didn't say hot female shit, because that would have been something else entirely.
No. See, if you're looking for a group that was attracted to a female goat, you have to look at the Vikings.
Yes, or
They were
Borat.
much bigger on goats.
I don't
I'm
even
just-
think it was female at that point. It was just goat.
The more you hear about Rome, the more you realize that lead in your pipes is a bad idea.
To be
to be fair, the more you learn about Rome, the more you're like, yeah, that makes so much more fucking sense. Wait a minute, wasn't Caligula a charioteer?
I don't know. I don't think I want to know.
Okay, so
He's a weird story, too, when you get into him.
here's one. What old-fashioned term is used to describe a theoretical catastrophic meltdown of a nuclear reactor, wherein the fuel melts through the core, then containment, the reactor, the floor, and the crust of the Earth continuing until it reaches the other side of the planet?
That is so fucking obscure. What the shit?
Focus on that last bit. It goes through the Earth until it comes out the other side.
Yeah, not a clue.
They call it the China syndrome. Because it would burn a hole through the Earth and come out in China.
Yeah.
Now, tragically, and somewhat hilariously, if you're a dark freak like me, 3 days before 3 Mile Island melted down, they released a movie with that name about 3 Mile Island melting down.
I mean, Sass is right. It kind of makes sense, at least for the time when, like, yeah, they.
Yeah. Everything's about China.
Actually, you'd be closer to hitting Australia, but you know.
Okay, so this is the 79th question, so we are in the final stretch. I'm going to give you some lines. Can you tell me what, hopefully, fictional play they are from. The first line is, "Strange is the night where black stars rise and strange moons circle through the skies, but stranger still is lost Carcosa." I'm expecting Rask to get this one, honestly.
Actually, I don't.
Well, here's the second verse. "Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou, unsung as tears unshed, shall dry and die in lost Carcosa."
I feel like I should get this, but I can't.
You've got one last verse, and that's the most well-known one, so you might get it from that. Let me know when you're ready for it.
Shoot.
This is a conversation between Camilla and a stranger. "You, sir, should unmask. Indeed, indeed, it's time. We have all laid aside disguise but you. I wear no mask."
The Mask
Camilla?
of the Red Death.
Wrong!
Oh, what was it?
Camilla, terrified, aside to Casilda, "No mask? No mask!" That is from The King in Yellow.
Oh, derp.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, the fuck, huh?
Well, we say it's hopefully fictional because in The King in Yellow, if you read The King in Yellow, you go mad and see The King in Yellow and then kill yourself.
Yeah, the SCP Foundation made a spoof of it called The Tragedy of the Hanged King.
No points for guessing that, yeah, it was a ripoff of Lovecraft. Alright, so this is the last question that I had. According to Wikipedia, what is the name of the creature in the Death Star's trash compactor, and why was it trying to grab Luke?
That is some seriously...
You're the name of the alien in the trash compactor, right?
Yep.
Why was it trying to get Luke?
Yep.
To eat him, first of all.
Incorrect. But if you get the name, I'll still give you the point.
No, I do know the name. It's on the tip of my tongue because they named it in the recent Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga collection. They have a name for it because it's a mini boss. I just can't remember the name right now. It's got a weird name. Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Anybody else want to take a stab?
I mean, I don't troll through Wikipedia, like, so...
So the creature's name is Omi. She is a force-sensitive female presenting member of the hermaphroditic Dianoga species. She received visions of a fiery destruction after fighting a male who was trying to mate with her. Wound up on the Death Star after surrendering to what she could only refer to as it. And when she felt Luke also surrendered to it, meaning the Force, and grabbed him, trying to baptize him.
Okay, see, I was figuring that it was probably going to be some extra bullshit about, oh, well, it was because he was force sensitive. That's why they went for him and not anybody else.
Yeah. But baptize?
I mean, it is George Lucas, let's be fair.
Well,
Yep.
that's the thing. That's kind of the problem, though. Is it's like, was that George Lucas's idea, or was because George Lucas is the type that no, he would just have a fucking monster because why not?
It actually did come from the EU, so it was not Lucas's idea.
Yeah, it was a bunch of other people being like, oh, we have to explain fucking every last little goddamn thing. Like, I'm sure there's somebody out there explains exactly why the stormtrooper banged his helmet on a door and why it was such a brilliant, masterful stroke.
Yeah, even though it was a blooper that was never cut out.
It's like, no, it wasn't. Stop trying to make everything fucking make sense.
That's why I love the Family Guy Star Wars series, where they had like a stormtrooper like bang their head on a door almost every scene. It's like, apparently they can't shoot straight and they can't walk through doors either.
All right, let me do some quick calculations, make sure I've got everything, and then I will give you the scores.
Yeah, you don't need to calculate my score. I'm pretty sure we know what it is.
Actually, you did better than you think, but let me recount this real quick.
Are you adding in mercy points or something?
Where the fuck did I get that number? Okay, hold on.
Okay, let's go back to you saying you think I did better than I think.
No, you did fine. It's Ollamh's and I's score that I'm sitting here like, wait,
I'm subtly concerned when the guy's keeping score says, where'd that number come from?
Right? So, okay, so how many questions were there?
Okay, no. I got it. The reason I keep saying where the fuck did that number come from is because I was like counting, and then I count it and I get a higher number and a lower number. I'm like, where the fuck is the higher number coming from, first of all?
I mean, you should have the same number of questions. Well, no, not quite the same number of questions, because there were one or two questions that were thrown out that didn't, well, there were four questions that weren't given that no points were given.
Well, that's weird because I have 79 points in 80 questions.
Okay, so the Frankenstein one was thrown out.
Okay, so that would be the missing point.
And there was one that was a personal question that wasn't answered, if I remember right. Yeah, it was the question about gamers being in GTA 4.
Yeah, but that would have gone.
Because it was a personal question.
Right.
You wouldn't have known the answer if he hadn't told you.
So
that's where you got your extra point. So you and me should be tied.
I'm pretty sure I told the group this at some point though. I just told.
Well, you've mentioned that you've been in media. Yeah, there's just not that specific one.
Fair enough.
And actually, no. The reason I was getting concerned is because right now, when I count the lower number, I get 27. But I was getting 31 at some counts. It's like, how the fuck am I getting 31?
Yeah.
So let's see if by my count right now, I have 27 points, which could be wrong. Ollamh has 24. Rasslin has 11. Gamers has 9. And /the audience has 8.
No, the audience has 9.
Does the audience have 9?
Yes, because you counted Sass, but Julian answered 1, and you didn't add that to the audience because it was separate from, because you were counting it as Sasses.
Right, yeah. And I hadn't had time to add it before we got distracted and I moved on. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right, gamers and /audience are tied. But I told you did better than you thought you did, because you were sitting here thinking you were going to be in last place.
I'm still pretty close to last place.
You're
Not much
tied.
has changed.
You're tied for last place. I mean, that's
Fantastic. That makes me feel so much better.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'll give you an extra special bonus question. All right? And this one is one that you'll know, or you should know. And I did want to come up with it. This is a pre-existing answer.
Question.
What answer from one of our games of Quiplash did I say would make an interesting band name for us?
Oh shit, man! Sonic something or other. I don't remember the full name. It was Sonic something.
Sonic Sonar Queef.
Yeah. I I'm gonna remember that.
You got the Sonic.
I'm gonna keep that band name in my head
right
from like 2 weeks ago. Come on, man.
Hey, you got Sonic right. I'm giving you the points, so congrats.
There we go. All right, perfect. So
You have now left the audience in the dust.
Never let it be said that I leave a pirate hanging.
I mean, it would fit in with, the fact that we're pirates, but
You don't turn on your crew. That's just tacky.
No, see, you don't leave a pirate hanging. You tie him to the keel.
Yeah, you keel haul him. And besides, I'm the first mate. If I was the one to mutiny, that would be too obvious.
the fact that Ollamh is saying this makes me question his role as captain.
That's what captains do. They just say,
I'm
I'll
concerned
keel haul
now.
everybody.
Can I vote to mutiny?
Well, that depends. What is your role on the ship?
Apparently, according to the placards, I'm the guy who glares menacingly and is washing windows.
Hey, it's not
Which
my
means you're-
fault. It's not my
That means you're a
fault.
slobby. That means you can't mutiny for shit because we all outrank you.
It's not my fault that everybody's like, I ask them for a picture. I ask them for a picture, and they all send me pictures with them glaring at the cameras. Like, fuck, guys, relax.
To be fair, the glare and smirk is just my natural face.
I need to send you better pictures, that's for sure.
I mean,
You've
Yeah, you just
seen
feel
me do nothing but smirk, Ollamh, but I can send you new smirks.
you look at you look at any of them. It's like, yeah, Kayden and gamers are both just like, "Urgh." Me, I'm always smiling, and Raz is looking like he's up to something. I don't know what, but he's
Damn
up to something.
right I am.
Ras is looking like he's ready to take command.
Oh, fuck that.
He has to get through me.
Jesus.
So it's like, first of all, he wouldn't want to take command because he'd be like, "No, I ain't leading this fucking band." Second of all, he has to go through me.
It's funny.
All right, so we've been going for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. So I think it's about time to call
Yeah,
it a
it's
night.
time to call it a night.
Sounds good.
And that's our outro. Just, nope, we're done.
Oh,
I can avoid Radio Smarm for one night. You all know the drill. You know I'm on at 10 p.m. tomorrow Central.
well, over the next, I think over the next few days, I'm gonna have Stu's game reviews on my channel as a guest star, guest host, guest whatever. And we're gonna be going into part 2 of Atari Mania. So if you guys are interested in Atari games and all that kind of stuff, hop on by to my channel, and we'll be doing that over the next few days.
Not this coming Sunday because I've got way too much on my plate, but the Sunday after that.
Well, I mean, you can always just watch it after the fact too.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I'm going to make an effort to start streaming Sundays afternoons, Den of the Bullfight. We're calling it Howling into the Void. It doesn't have a set subject yet. It's just going to be random shit that I decide to talk about. I'll give everybody a time when I decide one. So wait on that, check it out. Come join me, have fun, and just troll me in the chat because you know I can take it.
It'll be payback for me.
Yes, but see, you I can always get revenge on and just suddenly add you to the Discord call.
All right.
Don't think I will drag your ass on Mike.
See, I have to accept the call. There's nothing saying I'm going to accept the call. All right. As always, guys, thanks for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and do my outro.
All right.
All
Have a good
right.
night. Take care, guys.
All right. And as always, thank you guys very much for hanging out with us and watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to prod the subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell. But also check out the social media links down below. The Facebook page, the Twitter account, the Tumblr account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I make sure to post whenever we go live and stuff like that. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Ciao!